Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back. Finishing this one up
everybody.
tonight. Oh, what you doing? Welcome back. Muted. There's nothing I hate more than starting a stream and hearing my voice. Anyways, how are all of you? Good news, my rough draft of Silent Hill F all finished up. Now I just gotta smooth that bitch out. Hey, you got popcorn? Do you really? People always say that, and I have reason to doubt that you actually went and popped popcorn. I expect truthful statements only. Like, set a better standard, alright? There's nothing more important than, like, trustworthiness in a live stream. Time for jump scares? Yes, we're actually at, It won't take us long to get through the remainder of the base game, so we'll probably get started on the DLC tonight as well. However, I probably won't finish the DLC if I had to imagine. Motherfucker, I don't lie. I mean, I don't know, you're at the post pictures of that popcorn. Eating it as we speak. You know what? I guess there's all of you have popcorn. I stand corrected. Send this off real quick. But anyways, hope you've all had a good day. I've been pragmatic, productive, lots of other P words. Your stream title reminded me of something. Remember the footage of Bill Clinton in 1999 holding up a copy of Guilty Gear during his speech on video game violence? I don't remember that. I don't recall. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I know that his wife was big anti-game in the 90s but that was like the mid and early 90s, I think, wasn't it? 'Cause I know that her and some lawyer guy were really upset over things like Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. Never knew Guilty Gear fell into that category. Got something better than popcorn. I got chocolate salami that I made. Eating a slight chocolate salami. Is this literally as literal as it gets into the definition? It's just salami with chocolate. Are we gathered here to once again watch Dart die on video games? I don't always do that a lot, you know. Sometimes it's justified as well. You remember Joe Lieberman? He's dead now, right? Pretty sure he died recently. But yeah, he's one of the big anti-gamer guys. Like, it causes violence. They just kept imagining people play Doom, then would like go out and like let us rock gym and cock their shotguns and go to school. Just Google it. I mean, I could, but I probably won't. He's still like Joe Lieberman is? I thought he was dead. Then again, honestly, I kind of think most people who are like old and I don't see them anymore are dead. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Just encountered what I think is the infamous soft lock on Final Fantasy Tactics and it looks rough. Is it against Wiegriff in the castle? Where you have to fight him twice in a row and there's a save. It's only a soft lock if you only have one save file, so it's always best to save before you even start that level, and then a fresh save once you're in. Yeah, the way it maybe it's been, you know, patched up a bit and made a bit more manageable in the remake of it, but I had to restart my entire game at that point. It's kind of legendary. I feel I wasn't the only person. I think he fell down the stairs. That was like the guy who was like the Republican majority leader for a while, the Kentucky senator. Then again, all old people eventually fall down the stairs or something. Looking up Jeff Lieberman, Joe is... Okay, Jeff Lieberman is dead. Okay. Two different... You know, a lot of Liebermans out there. Remember games with only one save file? I remember games that didn't have save files. You had to enter a passcode to go to the level you wanted. That was the early days, man, when you had to like keep a notebook on hand to like write down the passcode. I think the first game I ever played that had a save function was Zelda on my NES. Did you hear about that Louvre heist? Yeah, I kind of like how like anti-cinematic it was. Like they just threw on yellow vests, drove what was it, a furniture elevator up to a window, got inside, cut open everything with an angle grinder and left. In broad daylight while people were there. Didn't even wait for nighttime. Wasn't he bypassing some incredible security system or like laser tripwires? Just literally a really expensive smash and grab with a portable elevator. Do you fuck with chess? I do fuck with chess. I've honestly thought about, I wouldn't mind streaming it, but I get the feeling I'd probably like infuriate people because when I play chess, I'm not sitting there thinking like 5 or 10 moves ahead. I'm at best thinking maybe 2 moves ahead. I play it fast and loose without any real proper like strategy. It's always gotten me wins, but it's not gonna make me like a pro player or anything. So I don't know who would care to actually watch that. Play chess on here, fuck the viewers, I want to see that shit. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Evening Garden chat, I saw a horror RPG called Parasite Mutant recently. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Would you be interested in it? I saw this. It's actually like a spiritual homage to Parasite Eve. I mean, they literally call it Parasite Mutant. And the main character essentially looks like the lady from Parasite Eve. I'm keeping my eye on it. I don't necessarily trust it to like be good. Because it does seem a little bit like a fan project almost. But I'm keeping my eye on it, and I'll wait for release and see if it's something I want to play. Because the plot they had going for it didn't look very good. It'd be interesting to see. I play chess every day. Would you get infuriated though if you just saw me missing very obvious moves? Like, oh my god, he could have checkmated right there. It would have just taken 17 more moves that I already have planned out in my brain. Because I guarantee you, that's what I've seen of the chess community. It's like, if you ain't pro, and you're showing it live, you're gonna get pillared. Like, drawn and quartered level, like, like, oh. This would be seriously interesting if Rebecca was in Resident Evil 9. I mean, I don't think that would be the case. You enjoyed either way? Well, hey, maybe I will. Like I said, I've been considering, like, adding to like my stream stack of like what sites I stream on, and I believe chess is pretty popular for a streaming game. Do you know the in peasant joke? The en peasant joke? Or passant joke? I said peasant there. I do not. Tell me this passant joke, and then tell me what the definition of passant is, because I don't know it. In passant. Look, I just had to learn about the 6-7 meme, alright? My brain is like in skibbity mode right now. Passant is just a crossover. Is it French? Rebecca Chambers coming back wouldn't be the worst. I mean, they're getting a 0 remake, so she'll be in that. Do chess fandom goon to queen or the horse? Do chess fandom goon to the queen? I've definitely seen some like sexy chess pieces out there before. Have multiple saves when I've had tactics, and it's been patched so you can get out of the battle, but I got a shock when I was in a one-on-one duel with Ramza, and I had to kind of equip with a puny thief insta-death. Oh yeah, I remember that scene. How would you feel if you confront the main villain of Resident Evil 9 and they just get killed by Wesker at the end and then he dips? I'd be happy. I wouldn't mind. It'd be worth, just for the shock value. Never go skibbity mode. I'm literally, I can't get away from skibbity. I was at a store yesterday, grocery shopping. Walked past the Halloween costume section, skibbity toilet Halloween costume. Or your kids. Parents don't even know what they're buying. Not spoiling anything, the ending of this game is why I don't like this game. You don't like the downer of an ending. What about the old song Skibbity Doo Dah Skibbity Day? I think there's a different skibbity that everyone like memes. You still don't get the 6-7 meme? Congratulations, no one does, because it doesn't have a meaning. It's just a word that kids are yelling out because they think it's going to get them attention and show that they're in with the other kids on some kind of joke. It does not have a meaning. It means nothing. That's what I learned about the 6-7 meme. There is zero meaning to it. It's just there to confuse you. Proud that I beat Weegroof without reloading the save file. I mean, I just had to replay the entire game. I'm proud of that accomplishment. Elaborate later when you get to the ending why I hate the ending. I mean, I already know the ending. I've played this before. I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, it's a horror game, so I was kind of expecting a downer of an ending. Plan on getting a black morph suit and some red eye lights and teeth masks. Huh. Give an anarchy chess meme. Google in passant. Holy hell. Anarchy. Is anarchy chess like the one where like the rules get thrown out the door? Are you going to be hiding and running and pissing and shitting from scares? No. I have had a few like sudden intakes of breath while playing this game though. Does that count? Like the end of this game, I like it means all the miles does mean something. We ignore the DLC. Well, even the DLC ends pretty badly. It's like no one gets out of these games, the Outlast games, you know, alive. All that fucking work avoiding everyone and you get killed as soon as you get possessed. I mean, so technically you don't get killed, you get revived somewhat. You're the new host of like the Wall Rider. Also, Blaze of Ice, thank you for 3 stream streak apparently. This is like a new thing Twitch does. It lets me know when just like you're on a streak of watching streams. Twitch still has this? Apparently so. 100% at Expedition 33 and hoping to hit the museum tomorrow. French museum, no less, huh? Have they caught the guys who robbed the Louvre yet? Or the Louvre? How do you say that again? Do you pronounce the V in the Louvre? Or is it just the Louvre? Have you ever seen the anime High School of the Dead? I saw the OVA this week. Is that the one where like all the girls have giant titties and they like... It's like sexy zombies and shit? Because I have seen that. It's actually infamous because of like a scene of like a guy taking aim with a sniper rifle and shooting a bullet between a lady's breasts, which are like vibrating. And someone actually did the math on how that would be possible, and it was quite impressive actually. You say the V, so it's like Louvre. We're going to see a in 2006, maybe. I think the scares of this game are cheap. Sometimes the scares of this game really work because it does set up a pretty decent atmosphere. The reason the scares in this one work is because not every person you come across in the asylum is violent toward you. Some of them are just deranged individuals who are just like ill and just sitting there doing nothing, but they all look like something that could attack you and they have the same models. So you're never quite sure with your first time playing it when you're safe or not. That's the one that's the biggest praise I can give for it, is it sets itself up pretty nicely with that setup. Because you're like, okay, are these guys going to remain calm or are they going to come after me? Which is exactly what your brain kind of processes when you're in the face of like some mentally ill people, because you can never really truly know if violence is going to occur. Are you going to send this one? I am recording it in case I change my mind on it. It would make for a pretty short video and maybe not even a particularly good one, but I could probably send it. But you know, I need to like get out a bunch of content over the next 2 months, so maybe a couple short videos would suit the bill. Maybe I could send this and Condemn back to back. Why would you ever use a human body as a bipod? That's just abuse. I mean, yeah, I think it actually did cause some damage because she was pretty sore afterward. Also, I'm pretty sure the barrel would have burned her because it was like right between your stuff. Love to see Condemned sin. Man, that game was... Condemned is great. Like, that developer was on a roll for that period of time. They had Condemned, Fear, then they had the Mordor game, and now they're nothing. Gone. Sure about yesterday, I meant to send you the Resident Evil 0 remake news. No, I'd already seen it, so I'm good. What is one game that made you more violent? Was it Assassin? No game has ever made me violent. I'm not a violent individual. I'm full of peace and love and meditative zen states. And also possible medication. No. No, I'm not. I generally do not think video games make you violent. They can frustrate you. But if frustration leads to violence, that is not the video game's fault. And any type of frustration will likely lead you to there. Because you probably got underlying issues. Game of the Year, the Bounty Master outfit is a call out to Sekiro. Oh. Thank you for finally dropping the Alan Wake 2 video. Hey, buddy man, I hope you like the Alan Wake 2 video. I don't know if it's possible to hype it anymore because it's been out for like a week now. But if you haven't hyped it in your phone yet, go do so. I've got a Silent Hill F video coming very soon. That's right, you're getting back-to-back horror videos. So I'm back to like my 2 to 3 weeks for a video production, it seems. Also, Bad Boy Beta 25 bits. Regarding Miles' fate at the end of the main game, the devs said on Twitter that Miles was dead, but they quickly deleted the tweet. One of the writers states he believes Miles and Billy Hope are alive in the Wall Rider collective consciousness. Here's the thing about this game's lore and like how none of it really actually matters. Like, I think it's like there's an evil organization doing mind experiments when, like, they have, like, a minefield or, like, a mind control array. Or at least in the second one they do. And this one, it's, like, nano machines. It's all over the place with this evil organization. I don't even know what's going on in Outlast Trials. Like, I'm assuming it's also the evil organization doing something there. It's more or less just an excuse for, like, a very paper-thin excuse for the concept of why there's even spooky shit happening. So I've never really paid it too much attention. Would you play Returnal? My brother loved that game and its meaning, Returnal. That's the PlayStation 5 game, right? I've considered it. I just kind of keep forgetting that it's around. I know a lot of people liked it, but it's apparently pretty... It's got a pseudo kind of sequel coming out, I think, next year as well. So I might play it around that time. Getting them internet problems you all were talking about. Is everything running well? I think it's also on PC. You ever planning to play Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out tomorrow? Like, tomorrow is also the release of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So I'm probably going to be playing that, but Ninja Gaiden 4 would be on its way. I also have, like, Dying Like the Beast to still play. So I've got a lot of stuff that's on my docket right now. Amazon Web Services had problems today. Well, Twitch runs off of that, so I guess we'll know soon. I think I did notice when I went on Amazon earlier today that I couldn't actually get any, like, store page come up. So, favorite thing wrong with vid? With what? You're asking me which one is my favorite video I've made? I think any of the David Cage videos are really good because David Cage is easy to make fun of. Most people usually point out my Final Fantasy 13 video, the 3-parter, as like their favorite. And I admit that it's probably a good one. The one I always kind of bring up is my Until Dawn video because that was the first game I ever live streamed. So I think there's a clear indication of like my style changing a lot after that one. But yeah, I think my Last of Us 2 video is also a very, very good one. Along with my Cyberpunk video. Review on the Vampire the Masquerade already in. It's not looking great. Shit. Well, I had my worries. Dispatch game comes out in 2 days as well. The superhero Telltale-like game. Yeah, we're getting flooded right now. Because I actually am interested in the game. I played the demo and it's pretty solid. Just checking. Completely forgot Monolith also made Aliens vs. Predator 2 game. Rest in peace, King. Yeah. Shut down because for nothing. Fatal Frame. Vampire is very, very funny. The video is. I hope so. Had to make some hay out of that shit. Tried to play Returnal, but I kept dying and I didn't like that. Apparently it's a bit abstract from what my bro tells me. It deals with the deaths of the characters, family members, and healing. All sci-fi eventually deals with that theme, it seems like. You always gotta have the psychological impact of it. Otherwise, it ain't true art. Alright? And for the love of God, I mean, probably one of my better moments. Vampire is among the best. Seeing you yell, I don't know what the story is. It's pretty funny. Maybe I should bring back my yelling joke. Haven't done that in a while for a video. Where I just like stand in the corner of the room and yell at my microphone. That always got good laughs, right? Package I ordered was getting blocked by the USPS for insufficient address. Checked with PO today and both people I talked to said the address was fine. Hopefully I'll get it tomorrow. Love of God and... Make a t-shirt out of that one. Ugh. Legs falling asleep, chat. You know what? That's my fault because I got my legs crossed right now, but I feel too comfortable to actually uncross them, so sleep this leg must. Your yell on FF13 will always make me chuckle. Didn't I yell more than once on that one? I'd buy that shirt. I need to sell proper merch. Actually like your yelling jokes, like when you distance yourself. Yeah, that's how I made it work. I would just like stand like 10 feet away from the mic and cup my hands and yell toward it. I was trying to create the effect of like just someone off in the distance like yelling bullshit, like shut the fuck up, loser. You know, that like heckle. The heckling effect is what I call it. Will you be sending Vampire the Masquerade 2 or just streaming it tomorrow? I will be recording it in case I decide to make a video on it. So I'm sure I'll be able to, based on this. It's a very plot heavy game. It depends on whether I have time and, you know, nothing else comes up that's more pressing. Because I still have to make a Ghost of Tsushima video. I still need to make an Expedition 33 video. Probably gonna need to make a Call of Duty video. I got a Shenmue video I gotta make for Patreon. Finishing up my Silent Hill F video right now. So, pretty busy, pretty backed up. Did you already hit your target or surpass it for your plush? Nope, that didn't work out. I kind of like the whole hacking of my YouTube channel kind of fucked that over. Because I was going to make a post about it on YouTube on the same day that happened. And then after that occurred, I really didn't want to post anything on my channel about asking people to buy something from me. Because I was just like, okay, my channel just got hacked by someone trying to scam people out of Bitcoin or whatever it was. I didn't want to follow that up like, hey, sorry I got hacked. Would you like to give me money for my plush campaign? So I kind of dropped the ball on that one. I just did not feel comfortable doing it. I might try to do it again at some point. But anyone who put down the $2 for the pre-order, you'll get your money back. If it doesn't happen, then it refunds. Should make your videos more funny by yelling slurs. I give you the F pass. Now say it. Yelling slurs makes it more funny, huh? We'll tell you all. Once I start streaming on Kick, I'll keep that in mind. Yell plenty of. That's apparently what you do there, or at least that's what everyone thinks you do. You want Masquerade to do well. I don't expect it to be good. Here's the thing, though. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 was not a good game at launch. You'll go back and look at reviews. That game took a lot of fan efforts to patch it into a playable state because it was a broken mess. But however, the reason the fans took that time was because the actual characters and role-playing element were so damn good. So maybe this one will be the same in that it's there's a lot of the bones of it are good, but the choice the developer made or maybe got rushed out the door or development hell or something. So maybe it'll eventually be a good game. Got an extra bonus from a job I did. I was going to put it toward the plush project. Damn it. So like I said, don't worry about it. I might try to do another plush campaign in the future with, and I'll do it properly, not something I put together quickly. And even be able to mention it in a YouTube video to make sure it happens. So no worries. You spend that on yourself. You get yourself something nice. I'm sure there's something you've had your eye on. Because, we're all good. Dartigan is not Alf. He doesn't need to raise his voice to be funny, clever. Is is Alf that weird 80s TV show about the alien that ate cats? I've never seen it. I just recognize the word. Wasn't there a bad sequel already? I remember seeing for a bad sequel to what? You mean Vampire the Masquerade? No, this is Bloodlines 2. There's been a few other visual novel Vampire the Masquerade games, but never a direct sequel. Dart is young too. We all young, chat. We all young. You only get old in your brain once you start yelling at things you don't like. Alright? Once you're like, I don't like this because it's new. It scares me. Then you're old, alright? That's how it works to me. As long as you're accepting of you know what? I see the value in this. Even though I didn't grow up with it. You're still good. You can always try U2s about the plush. I can send you the link. U2s? I'm assuming that's some other company that does it. We'll see. You've yelled at what you hate. Well, there's a difference. If you hate something, you have good reason for it, that's different. If you just dislike something, you have a knee-jerk response because it's different and you don't understand it, that's when you're like, okay, maybe I'm getting old. Or you need to check that because you gotta have reasons to really dislike something. Good reasons, not just I didn't grow up with it. Why do you need it? Old man yells at cloud. There's the meme. When is the Ghost of Yotai game sense coming? Right now I'm putting the finishing touches on Silent Hill F. That's probably got another week of production. I'll be putting Ghost of Tsushima up against something for the vote on that one. So very well be the next one could be Ghost of Tsushima. My aim would be to have that one out as quick as possible if it is. Because I'm trying to fly through content right now because so much stuff is getting released. So actually, there's a nice little update for you. Comfort game, the right player, Batman, Arkham City, and Asylum, Little Nightmares, and Thief. Thief? The first Thief? Interesting comfort game. I've always meant to try playing out the Thief and Thief 2 since I like Deus Ex so much, but I never have gotten around to it. He means Yotai. Did I say Tsushima again? I'm sorry. Ghost of Yotai. Am I telling you to check your privilege of yelling at inanimate objects? No, you can do that if you like. I'm not going to stop you if that's what you enjoy in life. You know the Doom toy I gave you and Lucky? That was it. Oh, well, thank you. Ghost of Yotai. Look, they should have just called it Ghost of Tsushima too, is what I'm saying. Why is studio that made mainly linear horror games making open-ended RPG talking about Bloodlines 2? Because that game was in development hell, and the developer who was originally developing it, they took it away and handed it to this Chinese room developer. Because I guess that's who wanted it or who they landed on. I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of that. But who knows? Because this developer definitely is like, it's definitely out of their wheelhouse because they don't usually do combat in their games. They are somewhat good at storytelling and like character design, but they've never done anything besides like some horror games where you like run away from stuff or like walking sims. Will the Sin bid for Silent Hill F include the other endings? Actually, yes, I'm planning to do that. It's primarily going to focus on the ending you have to get the first playthrough, but I will go ahead and send the other endings just because otherwise it'd be a pretty short video. Feels like I'm taking crazy. Are you? Why wouldn't you? Do you not see the world we live in right now? I think the people who are legitimately insane are having a much better time. At least to them, this shit probably makes sense. Or maybe they even saw it coming. Who knows? Vampire the Masquerade is a LARP, LA RPG. I've always kind of wanted to play the tabletop version of Vampire the Masquerade. I hear it's pretty good. Has Dart send Resident Evil Outbreak games? I've never even played the Outbreak games. I don't even know if I could send them, honestly. Really sad that KOTOR remake never ended up becoming a thing, dropped the trailer and then disappeared. I think it's indefinitely delayed right now, which means it hasn't been canceled. It just like not, we don't really have any updates on it. And currently EA is going through like a complete like buyout of their company, so who knows. Keep the hope alive, brother. Keep hope alive. At this point, I just want them to give RPGs like this to Larian, even Fallout. Well, I just want other RPG companies to become more like Larian and put that level of effort into their RPGs. Am I looking forward to Marvel Wolverine? I am looking forward to sending it because Sony AAA games usually do pretty well on the channel. Am I looking forward to the game? Yeah, sure. It looks like it'd be pretty good. Like Insomniac usually makes a good first game and then follows it up with a somewhat mid-sequel. The Vampire, the Masquerade Bloodlines Ghost level was great. That level actually was the precursor to like all those horror games that had come out in years since. Like, I don't think you'd have Amnesia without the Ghost level in Vampire the Masquerade. That was like instrumental in that style of like setting up a horror scenario. Even this game is somewhat based on it. KOTOR remake wasn't even a trailer, it was more like a teaser. Yeah, I don't think they'd started actual proper development on it at that point. Yeah, we're probably a ways out from any Ghosts, you know, Knights of the Old Republic game. What are the criteria that would make you want to make a Sin video? What are the things I look for? Are you asking me what are the things that I look for to make a video? There's a few things I need. I need characters and story. There has to be that because the meat of my video is me making fun of the plot and the characters. So at the very least, it has to have enough of that. If it doesn't have enough of that, if it's just like here's a bunch of lore and some like you read a few notes here and there and there's not much going on other than that, it's very difficult to actually have a meaningful story that I can, you know, tell in the video and also make fun of because it's all, yeah, just too abstract. Or there's just not enough there. That's really the only thing I need to make it work. There's some other things that help, like the perspective of the game. Say, like you've noticed, I probably never send an isometric game, other than I guess sort of Parasite Eve on my Patreon, since that game is played from the isometric viewpoint. Usually, I prefer like a third or first-person shooter, some sort to make it work. But there's not too many parameters on it. Plot holes galore. Obsidian used to be on Larian level. They were close. Like, everyone gives them like a lot of praise for Fallout New Vegas, and that's probably as close as they ever got. None of their other games ever quite came to like Baldur's Gate 3 or like even like Fallout New Vegas level. What are my thoughts on a new Marvel vs. Capcom? I'm not really the guy to ask for like thoughts on fighting games since I'm not a big fighting game fan. Yeah, I have played some of the old school Marvel vs. Capcom games. I had some friends who played them a lot. And they were good. I didn't play the more recent one from like a decade back that was in 3D. It didn't look that great to me. I would always be worried about like how the licensing works because eventually you probably can't buy that game anymore. But I'm sure I'm fine with it if that's what Capcom wants to make. Yeah, I see no reason not to have more of them. Have you ever played Banner Saga? It's an isometric, but it is very... I have heard of it. I remember it like 5 or 6 years ago being like a big Kickstarter. But I never really looked into it beyond that. Harley Quinn's Arkham design that became her design for pretty much all DC media for a time was directly inspired by Jeanette from Vampire the... Oh yeah, I don't think I didn't notice that. That cover art for like Vampire the Masquerade... Well, that Vampire the Masquerade... Well, that was in its part kind of like based off Britney Spears too. From her like Hit Me Baby One More Time video. So there's like a chain of events that led to that character design being so popular. Your fiance is Jean Grey. Thankfully, you're not a twat like Scott Summers. Well, I wouldn't mind shooting lasers from my eyes. I mean, I can think of some uses of that. What game is this that I'm playing? I'm playing Outlast. Or are you talking about someone else? Can you add a Patreon goal to Sen Katawa Shoujo? The visual novel lets you date disabled girls. I actually know the game you're talking about. That was made by 4chan, wasn't it? It's like there's a girl who has like those like ski legs, and there's one that doesn't have arms, and one that has burns on her face. I don't think I'll be sending that, but I do know the game you talk about. I was on 4chan back in the day when they were making that, and I saw it kept coming up and being talked about. Have you ever considered doing movie sins that inspired? Yes, actually, I have considered. Probably next year I'm going to try it out. I'm going to send movies that are based on video games. They'll be, I don't know if I'd put them on YouTube. I think they'd be Patreon exclusive stuff. Basically, they're really easy to make compared to like making a video game Zen video. So I am considering that since there's so many video game movies these days. So join the Patreon, you'll get to see them probably. Play Hateful Boyfriend. That's the pigeon dating game, isn't it? Why do I know so much about dating sims? I never played a single one of them, but I've absorbed so much information. Oh. Ever thought about sending the OG Vampire the Masquerade? You mean the one where you play as the guy who starts out in like the medieval Dark Ages and then goes to modern times? I've thought of playing it, yeah. I know it's like a very mixed, game, but it's got its, strong points. Deep inside you want to play dating sims. No, I don't. I mean, honestly, someone should make a dating sim that actually reflects real life modern dating where it's all like app based and it's miserable. It's not your childhood friend you went to high school with. It's some rando online who just wants to get a meal out of you. And you got like the choices are, do I take this girl to like Olive Garden, Cheesecake Factory, or an actual like proper restaurant? Why do you know something about dating sims? Because I'm a date master, all right. That's why. I know how to like lay it on thick. So I just like they learn from me. That Black Mirror episode, sure, why not? Everything is always a Black Mirror reference now. Have you seen the first Bloodline? No, I've never even played the very first I mean, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I've played through it multiple times in my life. I enjoy the hell out of it. I did record footage for it, but I've never made a sim video on it yet. How am I doing? I'm on fire right now. Do you hear these bants back and forth? I'm banting like a maniac right now. It's like I'm on fucking like Monster Energy and cocaine. Never banted harder. Bant with me. What if someone made a game based on the guy who requested to eat a person on Craigslist? There's multiple people who have probably done that. I know there's some kind of big controversy in China going on right now about some dude who like literally hired a dude off their version of Craigslist to come and butcher him alive and record it. Real depressing thing. I wouldn't go watch that video. Dartigan has found the caffeinated section. I'm just naturally energetic, all right? Even though I have this voice that doesn't sound energetic at all, I am just bursting with energy at all times. What you're hearing is, this voice is me like constraining it. I'm like Piccolo wearing like that weighted like cape he's got. I never take it off. Is the whistleblower thing in new game or a Boeing reference? The whistleblower is a DLC in the game where you play. It's a bit of a prequel, but also it takes place at the same time. You play as like a guy who like told the main character of the main game to come here and check everything out. Where did you learn that Riz? Honestly, the internet. I got all my Riz from like reading accounts of people. That's really it. I just like paid attention. What would you consider the best game you played and sinned on this channel? Honestly, one of the funnest streams I've ever done was Half-Life Alyx. I still think about that all the time. That was just like a really fun time because I've never streamed a VR game except for that one. And I just had a blast doing it. So but I didn't sin that one. As for sinning, I don't know. There's so many that have been fun to sin that it's hard to pick just one at this point. I swear down, Call of Duty is a franchise that if it stopped realizing, not many would mind. I mean, I get the feeling we're probably in the heyday of Call of Duty with Microsoft owning it, and now Microsoft kind of like backing away from gaming. I think there was even like a comment from one of the Call of Duty devs recently about how they're kind of worried about the situation. What's the future of Xbox, PlayStation, and PC? The future is Xbox is likely gonna like just kind of bow out and just like release games. They might have like a handheld like Steam Deck clone they release, but they're pretty much out of like the console business at this point. Which means that Sony now kind of runs the AAA development space of like, their kind of games. Which also means they're going to get worse now they won't have any actual proper competition. Nintendo will be Nintendo. That ain't going to change. They got their positives and their cons. And those will be there too. And probably get worse and also better in some ways. As for PC, PC will always be PC. It's the place to be. If you want to be a proper gamer, you get on PC. As for prices, yes, prices will go up. Blim Gates, huh? Is just going back to focusing on... Well, Bill Gates doesn't really have any say over what Microsoft does these days, from what I know. I might be wrong, but I don't think he, like, really... He mainly focuses on philanthropy, I think. What about Steam Deck? Steam Deck is just a PC that's portable. So I recommend one. They're pretty nice. Have you gotten a Dr. Traeger part yet? Because I have a story for that. Oh, yeah, we got past that on day... We've only played this game, streamed this one day, and we got... almost all the way through the game. We're kind of like near the endish, actually, of the main game. So yeah, we killed Dr. Traeger, be dead. He crushed in the elevator. Telling GMC this about Resident Evil 0 remake, they need to change everything, like the gameplay, the map, storyline. I mean, we'll see. That's what I would assume they do, because there is parts of that that were not good. And it wouldn't really line up with modern day, sensibilities. But like I said, let's worry about those kind of games when we actually see more of them. No use on speculating on something that's probably a ways off. Near the end already. Yeah, we're at the point where we're probably gonna see like the priest guy get killed soon, and then we're gonna go into the laboratory after that. Like the base game is not very long. How is your Silent Hill F video coming along? Have you worked on it yesterday and today? Yes, the Silent Hill F rough draft is finished. So the next probably 2 days will be me polishing it up to a finished script and recording lines and editing it together. So my hope is I can have it out before the end of the month. That way I've released 2 videos this month, which I haven't managed to do in a while. Xbox recently moved their whole media marketplace. Can't buy or rent anymore, huh? Jesus fuck. Well, I feel bad for the Xbox bros. There was a time when I did like the Xbox 360 more than PlayStation. What the hell happened, man? You were like the bro console. You had the bros. Like all the bros had Xbox 360s. Like every bro had that so they could play. That was where you went to play multiplayer. You had the bros eating out of your hand. Hard to get the bros to do anything. And they did it. And then they screwed it. They thought the bros wanted like motion controls and cameras. Have you gotten any additional endings for Silent Hill F? I've played through it a second time. and got the ending where you fight, a guy, it turns into a big samurai thing, or something akin to that. I'm currently working through my third and final playthrough of it where I get the true ending. Microsoft happened, their plan all along was to get the bros in and turn on them on. Yeah, but they failed on that second part of it, to turn the bros into anything else. You was mad because I can do something with my guitar hands you won't be able to achieve in your entire life, so yeah, you're gay. Proceed to play Enter Salmon. My jealousy of you has turned me gay, I'm afraid that's the truth. Anyone want to suck dick with me? That's how it works, right? Tell me about it. I was fun playing COD with the squad. No, turn on them. Ah, well. They didn't really even effectively do that. They just made it so they didn't bother buying anything from them. It's gonna be a bit of a mindfuck seeing Dartigan sin a game. I watched him stream. I don't think I've done that before. Well, hey. I appreciate you giving me a chance and watching my streams like that. But no, it's really, don't worry. It gets, you get used to it. I've been streaming for like 10 years, so most of the people here have seen me play through an entire game and then make a video on it. Y'all think Outlast will be a movie concept, or movie companies just like to remake stuff? Well, I think it was actually optioned for a movie back when it first came out and was a kind of a big deal. I think it fell through. Don't see it happening right now, but then, hey, we got a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and we're apparently getting more, so who knows? Maybe they'll hit up Outlast. You came out, does that mean the wedding is off? No, the wedding's still going on. I'm only temporarily gay for like the next 5 minutes. That's how it works, right? It's like a time thing. Gay for tax credit. I'd suck a tax credit's dick, yo. Get that hot shit over here. You're getting married? Yep, I'm engaged. Probably getting married in the spring of next year. Kind of like moving toward a date right now. You can still be garried. You can still be garried is what I almost said. You can still be garried and married to a woman. Getting garried, you know? You save me money since I just watch you play new games. I barely buy games anymore since I can just watch them here. Well, I would say if you enjoy games, you still play them. You know, there's plenty of games out there. And don't let me ruin a game for you. I mean, my opinion, your opinion might be different than mine. And sometimes, you know, maybe you see a game that you like that I've played, you see me play a game that you really want to try out yourself. Did you miss about, wait, what did I miss about you being gay? I'm gay for 5 minutes and then I won't be gay anymore. That's it. I think that's how it works. No, for those of you who I'm not gay. I'm a straight man. I am a straight white man, which means I have all the power in the world. Why would I give that up? Are you gonna send Dying Like the Beast? Funny you should mention that. I was actually just gifted a copy of that today. I was given some funds, some Steam wallet funds by someone on my Patreon to buy it. And so yeah, I will be playing it. Probably not just yet because I got some other stuff to play through. But I will be playing it and hopefully making a video out of it. Can you stream Soma? I want to see the story, but I don't like horror games. That's scary. Soma actually, doesn't Soma have a mode where you can turn off all the combat and just walk through it? So if you're afraid of the scary parts of it, you can actually like turn that off so that you don't have any monsters in it. Am I sinning this or just playing it? I'm playing it with the option of sinning it. I'm not dedicating myself to like making a video for it, but I'm recording it in case I do. It's the best I can give you right now. I might decide I want like a short video at some point. Like, hey, let me bust out this Outlast footage. Are we playing Outlast today or are you finished? No, we're playing. I'm literally just getting started. I always do like for those of you new here, I always do a bit of a warm-up where I sit and talk with chat for a bit just because, one, it's enjoyable. Gets the chat warmed up, chatting more gets me better, you know, commentary because my brain is in narration mode. So I often spend as much as like 20, sometimes like 40 minutes like today where I just talk to chat at the beginning. Just because, you know what, I enjoy that and chat enjoys it too. But I always play the game, don't worry. I don't end until like midnight my time. The warm-up is like the first sin of the video, lengthy and hilarious. That's what they say about other parts of me as well. Lengthy and hilarious. We love you for it. Well, you know what? I like it. It makes the stream feel more intimate. Like, you're not just here to like, oh, well, he's gonna play a game and tune out for a bit. No, he's like spending time reading my shit. Chat interaction is one of my strong points as a streamer. What game am I playing after this? Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Do wonder when the next God of War game comes. Supposedly it's in development, so we'll see. We shall see. But I actually have been streaming for like 45 minutes. I probably should start playing the game. That's usually where I like call the okay, that's long enough. People are gonna get bored of me chatting for a while. You know a guy who's gay and he's married with a woman and has 2 kids with her, only got that family so everyone else around him won't look at him differently for being gay. In his time off, he's out with the guys on dates. Does his wife know? I'm assuming she's cool with that. I mean, that's actually pretty common for how it used to be for gay men. They had to stay in the closet and just not let anyone know. It's not exactly the best way of surviving. Most of us appreciate the chat. Some of us hate chat interaction. We want you to just like leave us alone and play the game and so we can watch in the background. You're very gay and that's okay. You're just a happy man. I mean, I'm happy and I'm straight too. Anyways, video games. So yeah. We're gonna like, I think we're at that point where we lose the camera soon. We haven't lost it just yet, but we will be. It's working correctly, right? Where I came in from. Is there a god that can vindicate you for my sins? I mean, I don't know. No, I don't really think of the theology of it that much. Monogamy in this economy?
Didn't you? You're beginning to understand, but not yet. Even Abraham had to cast his eyes to the ground. But soon, this way, revelation is at hand.
Excelsior. Smex in this economy. I mean, if you have to worry about the economics of sex, then I guess that means you're paying for it. Also, I should probably turn down OBS audio because it's going to deafen you once we get to actually anything loud, because I just realized I have it fully up. I know that's a prescription for badness. Dart is a generous lover. I mean, it pays dividends to talk economically about it. The most unromantic way of talking about it, to be a generous lover. Being single in this economy. Why does my stream keep messing up? See anything? Fix that real quick. There we go. Couldn't read that bid message. Dartigan, you gay? I bet your asshole can fit more dicks than I can suck. You know what, Zacolo? You'll be excellent for like a chatter when I start streaming on Kick. That's exactly what I expect from there. But thank you for the 25 bits. Alright, moving onward. For those of you who played Outlast Trials, does it have night vision cameras in it, or they get rid of that, that novelty? Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I've been seeing a lot of AI videos about PBS figures recently. And I don't like that too much. Happy to bring some of that flavor here. Well, I'll need you there too. We'll need all hands on deck. They're mounted on your head. Oh, so they did keep it. Is that game just like Dead by Daylight, but, Outlast? Oh, I remember the washing room. There's like a head and a thing. Why do I remember the gore so well? Yeah, we got a note. Sound in the machine. The sound in the machine, like the sound in my head when the wall rider appeared. I blink and I see static, something else, something oily and dark descending behind my eyelids, watching me with organs I can't imagine. But the sound is coming from the machine too, from inside the walls. I know that sound. We going a bit nuts. A lot of surprise cocks for you. We got most of the surprise cocks out of the way. There's one more surprise dick scene though. Thank you. Like half and half Dead by Daylight. I was thinking about getting it for you and Lucky. I don't think we'd play Dead by Daylight. People haven't figured out the forgiveness trick yet. The forgiveness trick? I thought Jesus taught us that one. The fact that this game had the gall to show the main character's weenus when I was younger generally had me appalled. Penis in my video game? By God. I actually thought that was quite brave of them. Oh, you were talking about Outlast. Okay, okay, I see. The weenus. Weenus is a word I haven't heard in a while, by the way. Game is very green. Let me turn that off for you now. Now it's very nothing. I have to break a window, dude. Like right there's the exit. We gotta go down to go up. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works. Stigma against dicks is crazy. Like a movie once got an N17 rating just because it showed a dick. I mean, they are kind of floppy, which makes them kind of like a visually hard to do properly. But yeah, you don't really, I mean, you can probably count the amount of dicks in video games on like one hand. And then save the other hand for something else. You doing the Blair Witch thing? That was very uncool. Totally not, you know, proper etiquette for a crazy person. I expect a better caliber of mentally insane people in my life. Manners, good sir. Also, where did you get a machete in this place? Why would they even have that here? This game in the Order 1886. You know what? I'm starting to see people wanting more games like the Order 1886. You mean, by that I mean games that don't take 3 weeks to play through. Let me just go read the damn document without him attacking me. Leave him over there. Objective Agency, Nazi War Crimes Disclosure Act. The first paperclip provides a means of attaining services. Foreign specialists for specific assignments within the technical service of the Department, Army, Navy, and Air Force. Project 63 is primarily a denial program. Utilization is a desirable feature. The aim of this program is to secure employment in the United States of certain preeminent German and Austrian specialists, thus denying their services to potential enemies. Why would this document just be sitting around for like 50 years in this one place? How else is the landscaper supposed to chop branches off those bushes, huh? I mean, I guess they would have to store it inside every once in a while. How's everyone tonight? Hope you're all well. Hey, Johan, how you doing? I'm pretty good. I got no problems. Nothing I can't stop, anyways. Where the fuck am I going? I'm gonna jump. I don't think I can jump that, but I'm gonna try one more time. Nope, that is what you do. White people can too jump, alright? This is a horrible slander of my people. We excel at jumping even. You love white men. I saw that when I was a child and I thought it was a comedy. White dudes, they can't jump. So true. Look, you just need a good pair of knees, some musculature, and you can jump, I swear. Does not need to jump. He's so tall. Charms his camera, cuts his head off every time. I'm only 6'1". I'm hardly the tallest dude. Like Monty in the streams, he'd make me look tiny. He's like 6'8", I think. Laundry chute needs 3 fuses, huh? Yeah, let's go through this one first. Putin is 5'4", which explains a lot about his demeanor. And decision-making ability. Drive in the nails. We're rating 6 to me. It was like Assassin's Creed on one mediocre, but can use. I'm actually one of the people who liked 1886, The Order, just because it didn't waste your time in it. You got over and done with the game quickly. That was fine. I don't need a game to be 60 hours long, especially not these days. Especially for most games that don't have the gameplay to actually leverage themselves for that period of time. So you know what? Even though I don't even like steampunk, I like the more gothic elements of that game being about vampires and werewolves. It worked. Let's grab the fuse. What was the point of barricading the door if no one was going to come after me? I think this and Outlast 2 still hold up in terms of game. I think this game does. Outlast 2 was always a bit more flawed. But this game, you know what? Having played through this game still works. It's got its mechanic and it does it pretty well. Jeez, see, that worked. That got a jump out of me. and really wants a fuse. Collecting batteries here. Following me. Leave me alone. I got nowhere to hide. Wait, under here. Close. I should have barricaded the door as well. What is Dart's biggest jump scare like for him personally? Like I said, I always mention that the most a game ever scared me was back when I was a kid and I played the Resident Evil Director's Cut for the first time, and it was the dogs jumping through the windows. I wasn't used to a game trying to scare me at that time, so that did just make me stop playing the game, and I never played it again. So I think it's kind of hard to undo a game that just unnerves you so much with a cheap scare that you don't touch it again. I would say that one of the better jump scares I've also ever encountered was in BioShock 1, where you like go into like I think a hospital area, and you're picking up an item, and then when you turn around, there's like a doctor standing right behind you. That one was a pretty effective one. Have I ever gone back to it? I actually recently played through a Resident Evil Director's Cut recently. Just so I can say I finally finished that game after all these years. And you know what? It didn't scare me at all. Pretty goofy. That's uncool of you to just still be standing there. Also, $5 super chat from John Ratcliffe. I'm not afraid of games. I'm playing Resident Evil 7 in VR. The first time was freaky. That's the closest I've come to actually being scared by a game. If you like VR scares, Half-Life Alyx, to this date, has one of the most thrilling like horror sections in any game. When you have to like, you're in like a bottle factory. There's like a monster chasing you around the entire time. It just works really well. Come on, give me the shit. Do I go down there? Where the fuck do you want me to go? Oh. You think games would be scarier if there was no music, only ambience? There are times when music really adds to a scene. Alright. At least I got that checkpoint. Have I seen 1995 Babe? Is that the movie about the pig? I'm pretty sure I've seen that. So I think I've seen Babe in the Big City more than I did the original one. That's a movie made by the guy who made Mad Max 2, isn't it? What's up, Pixel Drifter? How you doing? think he only wrote the script. Still kind of a weird departure from what he normally does. Thought the key would be down here. When was the last time you had to look up a solution to a part of a game? I don't know, probably not too far back. It's likely some stupidly designed puzzle. Where it's just like, you know what, I'm done. We're trying to figure out the solution. Just give it to me. What is my currently object? Use the upper floors to reach Father Martin. Guess I missed something up there. He is back where you were on the lower level chute elevator. Where was that at though? Like, am I near it? Because I was up there that I lowered it down, so I thought it'd be here somewhere. Maybe it's over here. Laundry. There it is. Third floor key. You look up the solution back in Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy to the book section. I've solved that on my own before. I just got annoyed by it. You are just pissing annoying right now. There we go. He answers, a super always going to get, super is always going. No one has to give me money to get a comment read. I just sometimes have to focus on playing the game and I miss a comment. This is my first time commenting on YouTube Live. Do I have to add him to notice me, or chances him seeing my... Adding me is usually the best way you want to get my attention. Sometimes though I will miss your comment. There's just I'm reading two chats. I have a Twitch chat open and a YouTube chat, and I'll soon have probably a Kick chat open as well in the coming months. So I do read several different chats and hundreds of messages a night, thousands of messages actually. So as for streamers who read chat, I do it pretty often. But if you chat here enough, I'll eventually end up reading it. Trust me on that one. Pretty much everyone here has had something read by me. Boo. Also, do you game in the dark or light? Right now my lights are on because it doesn't really, I don't really find games scarier by being in the dark. Sometimes I'll do it to set the mood. But since I already know this game, I don't really need to like set the mood any. Thank you for the $2 super chat. All right. Boof. Follow the blood. I like this guy, Noah. Give him some batteries. We'll need them. We tell Dartigan we love him and ask him to answer our prayers, yet he ignores us. I mean, no god ever answers anyone's prayers, alright? That just ain't how gods be. They wouldn't be gods if they just like, you know what, I'll do some good work. That's why you gotta worship something practical, like, you know, the moon or the sun. Something that's always there for you. Always comes out right on time. Are you going to be starting work on GTA 5 Sins soon, since the game is due out in May? Also, will there be a GTA Online Sins video as well? I'm hoping to do a GTA 5 Sins early next year, time providing, before GTA 6 comes out. If not, then GTA 5 will just have to be after GTA 6. I don't think I'd do Online Sins, though. CLW, great. Thank you guys for explaining it to me, and thank you, Dart, for answering. See, no problem. Like I said, I read chat constantly, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. It's one of the few things I'm actually pretty good at as a streamer. Unless you forget the blood sacrifices and the sun will die. You know what? I forgot the blood sacrifices plenty of times. Sun never went out. Don't know what the Aztecs were smoking. But it wasn't the good shit, because they got that wrong. Look at the sun in this chat. We need to go back to like celestial worship. The stars, they guide our ships. They got our calendars. They've given us so much. They don't judge you nearly as much. There's good things all around. Aztec. Did the Aztecs have weed? Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 9, but I'm more excited for Resident Evil Code Veronica and Zero, huh? Well, let's hope they're fun all around. Also, Dartigan, your encouragement and inspiration allowed me to get my transfer at work, which means more income, which means more of me helping pay for your wedding. Couldn't have done it without you. Well, hey, if I helped you, like, you'll get a better life by easing your stress a little bit, that makes me much more happier that I do this for a living. It is what entertainment is for, after all. It is like, entertainment is so you guys don't go fucking crazy dealing with the stress of everyday life. Like, think of a world without entertainment to, like, at least give you something to chill out with. Everyone is just killing everyone. People like me, we're saving lives. Spooky ghosts. Nano machine, son, actually. They had tobacco. Yeah, that's right. That's where, the fine tobacco leaf came from. We appear to be stuck. Help me stick, bros. Stars and other planets are fake, and they were put on the dome of the sky by the devil to trick us into thinking Earth. I've actually heard a conspiracy theory that exposits that very idea. That and radio, CIA, Frankenstein brain controls. Pretty famous, like, conspiracy ranter from like the 60s. I think chewing on cocaine leaves a normal thing in Colombia. I think that, yeah, coca leaves they chew on. Also, like, betel nuts are also a big thing that people chew on, and it's, like, very bad for you. Betel nuts? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Hey Dart, have you done everything wrong with video on the Mass Effect trilogy? I've sinned Mass Effect 1 and Andromeda. I have yet to sin Mass Effect 2 or 3. I do want to make a Mass Effect 2 video next year. Just because I do want to get all those games sinned eventually. I actually, weirdly enough, did basically a quiz show on another YouTuber's channel a few weeks ago. Will Am I? Or I think his name is Will Am I. Will S.O. On his channel, where it was all Mass Effect related trivia. I did very poorly because it's been a while since I played that game. Reykjavik was the one who kicked ass in that, not me. That's because I just haven't played them in years. Speaking of BioWare games, I also want to make a Jade Empire video. Very much like to work on nanotech just to try it on myself one day and say nanomachine, son. Well, hey, I mean, if you get it running and you get it, you're that much of a physics and robotics genius, you have permission because you changed the world at that point. How can I not remember where the cuts are coming from? They hurt so deeply, even days later. Dr. Newhouse tells me that it's my fault. I'm subconsciously resisting the hypnotherapy. But I want so much to get better, I don't know how I could be doing this to myself. Dr. Newhouse says it's another condition of my bedroom-inspired hysteria. Poor Bruce, I make him suffer so. I've tried subtly to ask Mr. Jackson if she'd had similar issues with her husband, but she is loath to talk about it. Her husband, too, has found comfort in a younger woman. I know the doctors only mean well, and with the help of the government and men who joined the staff, I'm in the very best hands possible. I could have just take my pills and sleep and hope for more pleasant dreams tonight. Why did he invite you? I thought everybody despises you. No, people like me. I'm relatable. You cooperated with Will also. Don't remember the guy. He has great. Yeah, he's a Halo YouTuber. He has like a series where he does like a trivia show where he asks people questions, Jeopardy style. The one I was on was all about Mass Effect. You can find it on his channel actually. I was on it with him, Reykjavik, and I think one of his like people from his community. Reykjavik being one of those big essay YouTubers. Andromeda was quite poor. Mass Effect 2 was the best. Mass Effect 2 is the best of the series. Outlast should make a COD zombie style survival game where you see how long you can last. You know, I never did like the name of this series because it's called Outlast, but it doesn't really seem to like be in reference to anything that I can think of. They just had to pick a name, and it's like I guess that's what they found to be like marketable. All right. What we got? Lie. I recognize the handwriting. Father Martin killed a man here. Are the lies he's talking about all the files missing from these boxes? The facts, the records, they look like government agency material. At least 30 years old, probably older. I'm start thinking MK Ultra, CIA, mind control. The buzzing won't stop. Would you have played it if it was named Asylum? Asylum, honestly, would be a better name for it. I once wanted to make a game that was just called Crack House. Sometimes being literal works. Crack House Simulator. That'll be a hit Steam game. Oh, excuse me. I need you guys to follow me around here because I'm going to come around the other side. Oh shit, he's a little close. Surprise cock, but oh fuck. We're a little close. They pinned me off. This ain't going so well. What's your guys' workout regimen though, by the way? Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Easy enough. You know I've been invited here, right? Your boss wanted to see me. Also, $5 super chat from John Ratcliffe. How come you've never seen the original Modern Warfare trilogy? The entire trilogy is iconic and still praised this very day. Please do it. When it comes to Call of Duty sin videos, I'm not a huge Call of Duty guy. So I really only like sin the newest game that just came out for like an easy November video. It's basically just some easy content I throw out there just because of the holidays. I'm already kind of busy enough as is. So I don't normally go back and send older ones, or at least I've only done that once or twice. Maybe one day eventually I will. Because, you know, who knows, maybe we'll stop getting yearly Call of Duty games soon. Always a possibility given how Microsoft is going. So keep the hope alive. I might end up going back and doing them. Keep the flame lit. Thing is, my kidneys, they actually don't even try to kill you, they just want to menace you. Give it a couple of years and you can put older CODs and classic sins. I mean, I'm not moving the classic sin burden past 2004 for a while, so the classic sin Call of Duties I can make would be Call of Duty 1 and 2. I think, well, I guess 3 as well, but I even forget what Call of Duty 3 was about. Was it Dartigan saying that wasn't a Modern Warfare, but a middle school? What? Was Dartigan saying he wasn't a Modern Warfare guy in middle school, high school? I liked Modern Warfare 1. I thought it was pretty good. It was never like, I never played the multiplayer. I've never hated Modern Warfare. I just also never been a big supporter of it. It's like, it's whatever. It's fine. Like, it's a competent pop gun shooter, but it's not really the kind of game I'm really into. And the direction it's currently gone in hasn't really, like, made me want to play more of it. It's just like, I'll do it every once in a while for the fun of it. You send Final Fantasy Tactics, would you do the remaster with the voice acting? Yes, that helps a lot. Makes my job easier. I still strongly believe that Advanced Warfare was done for some easy Kevin Spacey jokes. At the time of that being made, Kevin Spacey was a big deal. It was shortly before his fall, where he turned out to be kind of like the villain he was in the TV shows and in the game. Oh, my camera. Now what? Can't make notes without that. Need to get your camcorder to navigate the darkness. Must be a Nokia brand camera. In we go. Wait. Nokia brand, say goodbye to your floor. Why do you think it fell right through it? What's my favorite Halloween movie? You mean the Michael Myers movies? The second one, no, actually the original. Second one is the one where you have like the weird, like creepy masks, right? That possess people. No, the original Michael Myers movie is the only really good one. Hey, it's a me. How you doing? Did you enjoy Silent Hill F when you played it or not? I like the atmosphere and I like the theme it goes with. They actually do a pretty good job with that. And I like the setting. The gameplay, however, outside of the puzzles, really turned me off. And also, the having to play through it 3 times to get the true ending is also a massive turnoff to me. Don't like that. Because there's nothing that, you know, makes things less scary than Souls-like combat and, you know, making me play through the same scenario 3 times. Creepy Mask was number 3. First 2 were both Michael Myers. Oh, okay, I see. I know that's the one that everyone, like, kind of, you know, forgets about. Would you say Silent Hill's gameplay is bad or irritating? It definitely gets irritating later on because of the direction they went in. It also makes it less scary, is what I would say with the combat. I cannot be afraid of anything in that game just because I'm so capable as a combatant and because I have to like analyze all the enemies for like their frame data to figure out how to fight them properly. So I ended up knowing them like way too well. Like I much prefer like the enemies of Silent Hill 2, which are about as dangerous as like a rabid raccoon in a like a burlap sack. You don't want to be anywhere near it because it's so dangerous, but you also know if push comes to shove, you probably can at least hold your own against it, despite the danger. Whereas in Silent Hill F, you're like, I'm literally like a Japanese SEAL team ninja, wielding naganatas and katanas and just chopping up like, you know, scarecrow girls. It just becomes a bit like, okay, I don't find this scary. And I'm supposed to be like a high school girl, a Japanese high school girl, no less. She should be the most physically incapable, like, main character they've ever had. Anyone get that? Anyone get gotted there? I knew that one was coming. Who wins in a death match? Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers? I think Michael Myers wins because he's more creative. Jason is just like a zombie. That's his only, like, and he can, like, he's also got the power of bad editing, so he can, like, teleport around a screen. So Michael Myers does that too. Also, Michael Myers has a better, like, more ominous soundtrack. I think Jason has a, like, and that's it. And it's just that over and over again, too. It's like, like, you're not scary, Jason. Shut the fuck up with your, like, your African tongue clicks. Also, there's just been too many silly Jason movies. Like, didn't he get... Isn't there, like, a Jason Carrey crossover where, like, a psychic girl, like, kills him? Just, like, beats the ever-living shit out of him. And then the guy goes to space. And gets turned into a joke because he's like, let's have premarital sex. And then he kills him in a sleeping bag. And he turns into a Gundam or something. Hinako was in track and field. So she should be able to run a lot better than she does in the game. Jason, people like the Jason Freddy Krueger movie, actually. I remember that people were like, oh, you know, it's pretty better than it should be anyways. Excuse me. That's also one of the better jump scares in the game. My camera broke. I guess it was a Nokia after all. These days, kids will only know Jason from Fortnite. There's a lot of media that I think that's actually will be the only exposure that a lot of kids have is from Fortnite versions of it. Now, you can hate this future we find ourselves in, or you can embrace it. Embrace it! And thrive, like I am. I myself am, like, putting myself in Fortnite eventually. You'll be able to watch my videos while you play. Why doesn't he break a window? Because he's not a very bright man. That's why. That'd be my first inclination, is to break the first window I could find and get out. If you were to send Silent Hill 4, would it be a regular sim video or a classic sim? I believe that came out in 2004, so games that came out in 2004 can either be classic sin or non-classic sin. I'd probably make that one a classic sin, though. Just because it's a PS2 game. Also, speaking of classic sins, I've been thinking of playing Jak 4 recently. I mean, not Jak 4, Jak 2. Maybe eventually Jak 4, but Jak 2 has been on my mind. You mean Dartigan from Fortnite? I know, yeah, I love him. He's awesome.
Only one way out. Only one way. How do you know you're not a patient?
You're going through paramedic school. We had a scenario with a pediatric patient, and when people would ask his BLS questions, the only thing I would make the kid say was Fortnite. Fortnite. Honestly, if you get like ever arrested by the police, instead of asking for your lawyer, you should just say the word Fortnite over and over again. Really fuck with their heads. They're like, I want my lawyer, but I want him in Fortnite. That way you get a game while you're still in prison. I feel like a legal thing they have to give you. It takes a demented mind like me to combine like being arrested, lawyers, and Fortnite. I apologize for that. Being in Fortnite might get you some more viewers. Does anyone actually care about... Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't see. Oh. Excuse you. Do not take legal advice from a streamer. You probably shouldn't take anything from, any type of advice from a streamer other than like, you know what, you might better recommend a game or two. How have I been doing? I'm pretty good, actually. Been making some moves recently, you see. Financial, empire building, all that stuff. But no, I'm pretty good. I was recently gifted a partnered Kick stream by Kick, so I might be adding that to my stream stack of places I stream at. Which could be pretty good for me, because I've noticed there's a lack of quality streamers over there. Who knows, maybe I'll be like, who knows? But they also pay by the hour, so it could be pretty good. I just gotta avoid, like, leading anyone to gambling. So I'll be a very anti-gambling, message over there as well. All that advice you gave about being a good person, respecting others, and not being scum, we can ignore. Actually, keep that in mind, and make a few notes or so. Some of that might come in handy in life. But, here's the thing. Here's the thing I can tell you about that. It's not that difficult to be a good person. It isn't. It really. It takes more effort to be an asshole. It really does. It takes way more effort and drive to be like a horrible piece of shit. You gotta like intentionally like make those decisions. Dart, no. What? But I'm being good. I'm being a nice person right now. Why no? You'll get all the racial and homophobic slurs from here. Look, I already provide all the white slurs anyone could ever want by telling people to call me them. So I'm covered. I'm gonna be the ninja of cake. Nah. Hey, Cindy. Another interesting conversation with Billy this morning. He says he's been talking to Dr. Wernicke again for his therapy in the White Place. I'm disturbed by the fact that his delusions have only gotten worse with medication, which isn't in the literature for benzodiazepine. In any case, his dead doctor friend is filling his head with more German folklore. Apparently, the only thing that can kill the wall rider are vampiric butterflies vomited from a demon called Horxi. Butterflies suck the breath from people's lips and drink blood from their nipples. They can also take the form of emaciated upright pigs or sick dogs, so Billy's got that going for him. You mentioned Billy talking about the mother's tattoos before. Are any of them by chance tattoos of butterflies? Next time I get outside of the Murkoff firewall, I'm going to look online and see if there's any actual basis in German folklore where Billy's making this garbage up from the whole cloth. Would love to compare notes sometime. Wouldn't mind doing it over a glass of wine. Semicolon Winky. Gets lonely up here on 2. What is a southern man's biggest sign of intoxication? Slurred speech. Slurred speech, wrecking his car, picking a fight. I don't know, I've never been drunk before, so I couldn't tell you what mine would be. If you're ever stopped by the police while walking, simply say, I'm here to exercise my 4th by invoking my 5th. There is nothing they can do as long as it's not a lawful stop and you stay silent. Staying silent always helps too. It was a racism joke? Oh, I see. I thought you were, I kind of had a feeling that's what it was. But I wanted to give you a different answer. I really just can't push this guy out. Oh no, I can. Hey, we're back here. Took us all this time just to get around this, back up to this spot where he first threw us through the window. This building's layout makes no goddamn sense. I have pressing news concerning the ongoing work of Dr. Rudolf Wernicke in his development of the morphogenic engine, expanding on theories developed in his brief but unfortunate relationship with Dr. A. Turing. If I had not witnessed it myself, I would not believe it had happened. Wait, are they implying Alan Turing had a hand in this? But beyond even the promise in cellular regeneration and guided cancerogeneration, I believe Wernicke's method has breached the spiritual realm, something crossed from the other side. I personally witnessed the appearance of an apparition briefly, but undeniably so. Please forward my note and invitation to witness further experiments of Dr. Eckert. I do not doubt that the Fuhrer himself may need to be made aware of our discoveries. It isn't, the Fuhrer from 1938, huh? It is my opinion that Dr. Wernicke's successes represent an enormous opportunity for our cause and the German people. There are obviously sufficient reasons to keep him out of any sort of culling program. Regards to your family. We need to get, like, Billy Blazkowicz in here to deal with the wall rider. Nazis. Hate them. Only good for stabbing. Just finished Sanitarium, and boy, that game is goofy. Oh yeah, that game is very goofy. But tries to play it seriously. Hey team, just getting into the car to come home now. Hope you're all having a good... Hey, Charmsy. You drive safe, okay? Hope you had a good rehearsal tonight as well.
Yes, I'm supposed to tell you. The key to the house of God is in the theater. Behind the light. In the theater, behind the light. You have to see the movie, so that's where he left the car. Okay? Right! Children! I need your help. Where are you? Yes, coming! I'm coming!
Everyone just locks the doors on me. How proud are you she beat the water hall in very hard, on her first try, no less. Man, it's a little bit easier in the remake, but it's still pretty hard. Do you want me to send you the codes for Outlast multiplayer, or wait? I'd say wait, because I don't know if we'd be playing that. No reason to spend money on something like that. That sounds like a gas leak. think OG Waterhall is harder. The door method made OG easier. I mean, there's ways to cheese every single area in the OG game. But your first time through the Waterhall is always going to be like a massive pain in the butt. Like everyone's like been through it. Like, wow, this is like kicking my ass. Hey, what's up, badass? How you doing tonight? I had a feeling you were a musician. So then a replay since I missed the live stream. Great work indeed. The Waterhall is always the bane of one's existence. And once you beat, it is beyond sad. The next hardest part in that game is where you have to like make your is on the island when you have to like with the help when you have to make your way up the entire like assault force with the helicopter. Especially on hard difficulty, that is a pain in the ass.
Exit interview recorded December 27th, 1985 in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Clearance Sierra Alpha. Subject Dr. Rudolph Wernicke, 14866.
The films are real.
There was no alteration to the footage at all, no trickery?
None.
In June of 1943, you recorded 3 instances of spontaneous bleeding. Half a dozen test subjects began to develop brain tumors.
Yes. The autopsies revealed that the tumors were pure lead.
It killed them? Can you explain why the results could not be reproduced in the United States?
I have my theories. My homeland.
Odd film. You'd think they would have made this a bit more modern looking since, I'm assuming this recorded not too long ago, since the guy's very old.
What we believe. The overwhelming fear. Ecstatic rage and English words are insufficient. More than hope. The human mind in that environment is
Odd to make a film though. Villains always want to make... Here's the thing, here's how you know you're dealing with a true villain. They have a sense for theatrics. Like all villains are just failed art students or theater students of some kind. And they just drives them crazy.
who had witnessed enough horror.
If you notice like your authoritarian is just kind of boring and lame, they're not a very good authoritarian. But they got theatric sense, be worried.
No,
Do you think that they contacted something supernatural?
nothing is supernatural.
Then what was
You always gotta be worried of like the jaded theater kids, alright? They are the true evil. 'Cause they understand how to like, manipulate people. Or at least they turn their power to evil. You're calling Charmsy a villain? No, Charmsy is one of the good ones. However, if she ever turned to the dark side, I'd be terrified. Be a thing to be worried about. You wouldn't turn to? I have no applicable skills for evil. I wouldn't make a very good authoritarian, I'm afraid. Trump is a theater kid. He was a, businessman first, but then became a reality TV star. So I guess that kind of counts. He definitely has a sense for theatrics, that's for sure. There's no reason this guy has never tried to call out. Like, there's a dial tone there. He could call for like 911. He's not tried to use a single phone in this game to call for help. He's like, I'll make my way out. Would you recommend Heavy Rain now that it's $4? For $4, yeah, that's plenty of game. And you can have fun with it. There's a working phone. I mean, you can hear the dial tone. Like, beep, beep, beep. He should try calling out. At least try and see. Like, obviously they wouldn't make it that easy because But you could try it.
You have to find Wernicke. Only way.
Didn't someone get in one of these? I think there's a signal jammer in place. Miles' radio went out as he drove up to the asylum. I mean, they have phones here that I'm assuming that they use to call out with. So, like a phone doesn't, like a landline phone goes through actual physical wires, so it doesn't, a jammer wouldn't necessarily work. So the only thing that could matter there is if they like cut the line somehow. Dumb game logic is playing Assassin's Creed Mirage yesterday and got frustrated at the game's idea of having to make me keep a target I'm following in line of sight. Or well, video game main characters, especially Assassin's Creed ones, don't have very good object permanence. They just cease to exist if they don't keep them in, in vision. Feel like they pass up a working phone that makes me hate. Well, there's plenty. I like this game, but the plot doesn't really matter too much. Flesh-eating bacteria. Wash those hands regularly. Necrotizing fasciitis. Really, I fucking quit. Up we go. Game predicted COVID. Well, washing your hands to protect against germs has always been a thing. Ever since the 50s at the very least. Back then, before that, you could just eat dirt and no one would care. Dumb because you have eagle vision, which allows you to see through walls, the ability to tag enemies and targets. Oh, and let's not forget the literal bird you can, yeah, true. You got a lot of other options. But no, there's certain missions where you gotta keep them in vision. I didn't want it anyways. Alright, I do gotta get in there. Who grew up being allowed to suck the handles on shopping carts? I don't think I ever had the inclination to do that as a child. I wouldn't recommend it. It seems a little gross. Did you check his notes after he saw the projector vid? No, I did not. The man sounds like Dr. Strangelove's anemic brother. It's a 25-year-old audio recording and interview with Dr. Wernicke. Los Alamos means government work. Wernicke talks about spontaneous bleeding, tumors, psychosomatic reactions to sufficiently disturbing people, seems to walk the line between science and Nazi mysticism. Only a test subject who had witnessed enough horror was capable of activating the engine, the morphogenic engine. The engine, the movie they're projecting, it gets in my head like it's a song you can't stop humming. I blink and I see Rorschach tests that look like swarming insects and infected surgery wounds. Patients talk about using the engine to conjure the wall rider. The buzzing I hear in my bones. Miles' notes sound like Dartigan sinning in real time. Well, he's going like a little bit insane over time as well because of the wall rider hum or something. So maybe it does actually. Jump. Where I grab that key, let's look around. Usually when you grab a key, that's when like the scenario starts and you gotta run. I guess we're good here. Where am I going? Knew it. Fuck's sake. Oh. Easy enough to get through there. We already have the wheelchair jump scare, We already had the Dr. Trager section, yeah. Surprise, Dick. You're looking kind of itchy. Okay, you guys are assholes, crazy people. I'm supposed to take the elevator, but first. What the fuck? It's just a penis. It ain't that big of a deal. And that guy ain't even wearing pants. I wonder if this guy was supposed to have a character in the game or not, and they just like cut it, because you see him throughout it. He kind of leads you around almost. Just went and watched your game show, Mr. Space Racist. Ah, I see you were realize the truth as well. And you also see how terrible I did at trivia. There were several that I knew, I just didn't know the exact name of characters. I was like, ah, fuck it. But it was a lot of fun. I'll definitely be on more of you once. Man, you guys got any like batteries lying around here? You watching 700 Club? Zero Remake does have co-op. You and Lucky need to play it. I doubt it would have co-op, to be honest. Seems unlikely. All Turians took it was 90-70 to 20 with, to be fair, the final question was like catching the golden snitch, like anyone could win it and get the massive amount of points with that one. Like I told him if he wants to have a Resident Evil video, I will come back and dominate. You don't know the best girl in Mass Effect? There was a lot of obscure questions asked about characters that were not exactly important, so. And also recognizing people by their buttocks only. You were on a game show? I was on another YouTuber's little trivia episode where it was where he asked Jeopardy style questions for games, usually Halo, but for that one he was doing a Mass Effect video, so I came on. We also had Huntsman. I don't know if you watched it, but there's also a second episode where it's like the after show, where we basically treated it like a little podcast, so we just talk about games in general. You might want to check that out if you get a chance. I think he uploaded that as well. I am the unworthy supplicant who can serve our Lord only by feeding our Lord. Please take me, Wall Rider. Let my shepherd's apostle see it and spread it with his lies for a greater truth. Your time upon the world has come. My flesh longs for your beautiful wraith. My blood is filled with you and waiting to be set free. This is my prayer. Write your gospel in my flesh. Who's YouTube? Will also. I think I pronounced it correctly there. We gotta go out the window. It's Will also. More like Will. Yeah, Will. Yeah, just type in WILLI also, and you'll come to it. Coming out. Not the direction I go in? There we go. That took a while. Who is your preferred romance in the series? I always went for like Talia. Yeah, the girl with the mask. God hates sickness. I think I just called her Talia when her name is Tali. Tali. God always provides a way. You know, it's not rendered very well, gotta say. Something says that's sacrilegious.
My Job, you alone shall escape it, Alpha. This is your penultimate act of witness. The promise of the prophets was always freedom from death. And here it is. You will watch and record my death, my resurrection. And together we will be free.
You better hurry this up, buddy. I don't got enough, like, your memory card left.
It will take you to freedom. We will all of us. Now, my son.
Praise. Praise be. You guys sure you still want to be part of a cult? Just in case you're willing to reconsider. The static again, the patient knelt in prayer. Maybe he thought Father Martin's line of bullshit. Maybe he hears what I hear, but more clearly, maybe it's his way out of this place. The priest called it the gospel of sand. Passion of Father Martin. Can't believe Father Martin won up Jesus Christ himself in shitty ways to die. And I don't believe I'm going to miss him. Way out? If he's telling the truth, now I've got a way out. And a story to tell. He wants me to spread his gospel. I'll tell the whole fucking world. Elevator will take you to the main exit, will it? were in the cult of me. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you guys to burn yourself. You know, I just ask you to watch live streams. Thank you. You know, you guys aren't all right. I mean, you're not all bad. You're not all right either, but you're not all bad. You guys, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen to you two after this, but I wish you well. Maybe get a job at Burger King. You'd fit right in. I've seen people look kind of like this there. Or Denny's. You know what, maybe they can get to the point, you know, in a few more years, OnlyFans becomes a thing. These guys would be very popular on there. Just imagine all the, like, help me step bro, I'm stuck videos they could generate. You guys want to put that, half this building we've been through has been burned, so I don't think they care too much about it. Who locked me out of the place? That'll get you deported. What, yo, help me step bro videos will get you deported now? Since when? Why did Father Martin get burned? He chose to, because he thought it was like his resurrection if he, like, you know, offers himself up to the Wall Rider. Oh, fuck that. Shit. He made his own exit. Or own entrance. We made it though. We made it. What was the big bad here? You think it's that guy that's following you, but it's actually, you know, something we'll be meeting soon. But the big bad here is actually capitalism and, you know, human experimentation. And possibly Nazis. And religion, I think. There's a lot of big bads here going on. Oh. It was right there. Am I gonna play the DLC? Yes, I do plan to play the DLC. I don't know if I'm getting to the DLC tonight because we got about an hour of gameplay left, so we'll see. Can the button not work? You gotta at least try it. You know, you could also, like, pop this open and climb up the shaft. Any notes? This is when you find out it was all a government conspiracy, and they always have an underground lab. You know, there should be a lot of guns on the floor here because we did see a security cam video of a security team with guns being wiped out in this room. No guns, though. I have to ask, how did this game become as popular as it did without remotely decent gameplay? I think this game does have remotely decent gameplay. This game is just very good at setting up the atmosphere for jump scares. And it just came out at the right time when, you know, for an indie horror game to come out. It also came out right around the height of, like, you know, horror game Let's Plays on YouTube. But, like, Amnesia had just been a big thing, and this was, like, the next big thing after Amnesia. You know what? This game is also not bad. Granted, it's probably not going to, like, you know, wow you right now since it's been years, but there is a lot of imitators of games like this. It was like, hey, what if you can't actually fight your enemies and you only run from them? Which was a thing for a while. Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley, published anonymously in 1818, chapter 23 excerpt. Man, I cried, how ignorant art thou in thy pride of wisdom. Cease. You know not what it is you say. I broke from the house angry and disturbed and retired to meditate on some other mode of action. That's what Amnesia did though? Yes, but it had been a couple of years and people wanted a new game. Amnesia 2 sucked. How come a lot of these secret underground labs have lobbies for people to sit in? How many guests? You know, that's a good question because that means they had to have a receptionist here at this reception desk too. Like, this is not the kind of location that you come and have like visitors or like, normal office routines. I'm running low on batteries here. He added a new note. Under the mountain. Fuck, 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 fuck. Whoever finds my corpse, trust no one and tell everyone. I am not crazy. I know only crazy people say that, but I am as sane as this world allows. With a camera full of evidence. Don't call it a gospel. Call it a mockery of reason. Let the world know it is Murkoff's fault. Bury these bastards with my mutilated dead body. Come on, man. Don't get black-pilled on me now. You're gonna win the Pulitzer for this. You know what? The Wall Rider may be a nanomachine ghost, but he is like, cleans up. Puts it right in the sink. Post-mortem. All material herein to be transcribed and revised to fit legally binding requirements of Murkoff Corp. Jennifer Rowland, 14th autopsy of a Wall Rider patient, showing no more signs of accepting the therapy than any of the others. There have been slight gains in cell migration and morphogenesis, including effects similar to human growth hormone. Nothing to suggest the stable creation of a sentient independent swarm. So tired, doubting my judgment, will submit another request for leave. Psychological cost of using such far-gone and further provoked patients is more than I feel I can handle. May suggest hanging less hope on the far-flung theories of a senile Nazi and move towards using a simpler mechanical engine based on major sperm protein. I'm sorry, what? Will definitely suggest harsher chemical restraints. Murkoff security killed patient 921 after he overcame enough tranquilizers to put down a hockey team. Afraid the hormone therapy is interacting with our chemical restraints in counterproductive manner. What was that about sperm protein? I want to know more about the sperm protein. Hey, there's the way out right over there. Sunny out even. Just read on the 23 we are going to see Fallout 3 Remake. We're going to get an update. Well, we'll see. We'll see. There's enough games to play right now. Morphogenic engine. This is the morphogenic engine. A few lines of mathematics and algorithm reprogram us, turn us into nightmare factories. Few numbers on a dry erase board. Give me a hacksaw in a few hours. Load Dr. Wernicke's corpse. I feel I owe him a debt. All math, chat. All math. Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
How you doing? Pretty good. We're nearing the end of... Aw. How you doing? Lucky's here, everybody.
Hi, team.
Did you have a good rehearsal?
I did. We went through all of Act 2 and have now done it on its feet twice. And I was off book.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going well then.
Hey, Chibi. Hey, Dixity. Hey, Chef. We Chef.
Why couldn't Murkoff do something actually beneficial like making cat girls? Nazis never want to do what's right.
How charming, Equinox Drake. Yes. Bing! Dr. Baby, I told my my director you were coming to the show and she was really excited. I was like, people from my community are coming.
Aw. Better get your tickets soon though. They're selling out.
Yeah, they're selling out really fast. I think we've already sold like over 100 tickets.
Yeah, I bought mine yesterday.
I was like, I said to my director, I was like, his name's Dr. Baby.
Cat girls are not super soldiers. They could be though. You get yourself your sweet rolls.
I got my
Sweet potato rolls.
potato rolls, a little rice, salad here. I'm gonna enjoy
Nice.
dinner.
I should probably run from the ghosty thing.
What is the play about again? Little Shop of Horrors is sort of a metaphor for capitalism. And basically, there's a giant plant that this nerdy guy named Seymour finds because he's super into plants. He's a poor guy who works at a bad flower shop in Skid Row in New York. And he's got a big crush on one of the girls that works there named Audrey. But she doesn't notice him. He's always in these relationships with really shitty, abusive people. Because she has self-esteem issues and she doesn't believe she deserves better for herself. But they both dream of getting out of Skid Row where they live.
Yeah.
And this plant that Seymour picks up, it turns out to be a magical plant. And it sort of turns his life around. And through growing it, eventually the plant starts talking and asking him to feed it human blood. And so Seymour is tempted in order to win over Audrey, the girl that he has the crush on, to become famous, to become rich, to become a murderer. And basically the plant symbolizes capitalism, trying to eat all of us.
But there's some very good songs.
Like, don't feed the plants.
I'm just surprised there's some people out there that don't know about Little Shop.
It's older. It's definitely a thing of the 80s. Feed me, Seymour. The guy playing the plant chat is incredible. Incredible. Like, sounds exactly like the 80s recording.
This is the way you die.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Chef.
You all. Ripped to pieces from the inside, watching your marrow scatter on a concrete wall. You escape one hell, Chris Walker. God help me, but I somehow hope you don't find another.
Well, those are some nice lyrics. Hey, Blue Dude.
Doctor just bought his ticket.
Hi, you just got your tickets? Awesome. Hello, Diamond 1000. Hello, baby Diamond 1000. Called me Mama Trunks. I like that.
Like the original, there's a great scene with the traffic. You mean the old black and white movie? I've never actually seen it.
Oh, yeah, we should watch the original. I heard it's good.
It's like it's a very different...
Rich was saying to check that out.
It's like a very different movie, I think.
Yeah. It's like a B horror film. Kind of like the type of thing that like Mystery Science Theater would make fun of.
Oh, yeah.
But the music is really good in this play. I mean, I'm playing one of the characters that like sings a lot. I'm just having a blast. Hi, Mysterious. How you doing, darling?
Where am I supposed to go?
Yeah, it's a good spooky season movie to watch, Chris Jared.
Go find our Nazi friend. I know he's here somewhere. Oh, here he be.
Talk to Lucky about the major sperm thing. I dare you.
There's just like a note here said they wanted to like test sperm protein.
Wait, they want to test sperm?
Not quite. They didn't really go into detail on it.
In this game? Or
No.
chat does?
No.
Or you do?
No, there's like a no to someone in this game.
I mean, you could admit to me that you want to test sperm.
No, I'm good.
He takes care of me. He made
I'm not
me
going to
into
say
my
anything
son.
inappropriate.
He certainly loves me, poor idiot.
I'm just going to open my salad.
You know, what
Nice
is
and
your
slow,
precious?
like.
It warns of a nanohazard. Microscopic machines.
This guy's in good shape. Professor X is doing great, I see. X-Men 97 working out great for him.
Discovered in my research a workaround.
Do you know Patrick Stewart plays me eventually?
Apparently, we're very cute.
We are?
Yep.
What did we do?
You and Charmsy are so cute
Why are we, what do we do?
because we interact with each other. And
We're not cute.
Engineer the precise molecules necessary. Mind over body.
Sorry, Chad, I'm eating a cucumber. It's crunchy.
Foolish and wrong to think we could control it.
Does that make me a villain?
I don't think-
Crunch.
no, it's only apples.
You have to stop him to
Oh, Luna's here.
murder Billy. Turn off his life support, his anesthesia. You have to undo what I've done. No one can get out of this place while he
Thank you for like meowing into the microphone, Luna.
kill him.
Did they hear that?
I don't think so. She's very quiet.
It was like a happy meow. It's like
Find Billy in the main laboratory.
I'm happy I'm home. Gone a little longer than usual.
No note for that?
Sorry for all the crunching, Chad. I have a salad here.
You're gonna buy tickets, but it's far away from. That's understandable. You know,
Okay, yeah.
don't cross multiple
no,
states. You
yeah.
gotta-
Let them kill themselves, thinking there was some
First gun we see in the game, and it's busted.
purity promised to them.
Chekhov's gun.
Fools. Poor Aaron.
You show a gun in the first level.
To see what I've built from his dreams. Billy doesn't mean harm.
Look at her. She's
Child
standing
with
under
a damaged mind.
the arc driving pedals.
Granted the powers of a god. It would make any of us into a monster. We must end this. We all must die here. Murkoff knew the danger. And they didn't care.
He's still talking.
In the corporation's mind, we all just dollar amounts in a ledger. And the profits Project Wallrider promised overshadowed whatever pitiful balance a few doctors and patients amounted to. He will spread.
Oh, Prometheus. How nice.
Yep. He's a scientist, so he's got to have some art there.
Of course.
Perpetuating.
Evil art.
I pray to God. You have
Told you, it's the Nazis. They always have a thing for theatrics.
more than any
And for Greco-Roman
Yeah.
symbolism.
not let me die. You could never imagine how cruel this is. I only
It
want
was interesting considering their attitudes towards Italians.
Yep. I think he finally finished.
Is my chewing really distracting? I can go elsewhere if it's bad.
No, it's not distracting.
It's not.
No. No, no, no.
Some people really don't like chewing on.
No, I barely even notice it.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta turn off life support.
It'd been cool to meet us. Hey, never say never, because I am a working actor and I do audition for things that tour. So you never know.
For this camera guy, I just walk out while still, well, but that's the thing, we can't walk out, the exits are closed, so we're kind of screwed.
Not distracting. I legit can't hear it myself. Great. Awesome. Thanks, Sisters. Uh-oh.
That's right, there's plenty of dead people here. It's not even a concern anymore.
Big master. Huh? What do I have to say to that?
What? Soda crack. Can't hear the chewing, so no worries. See, there you go, no worries.
Don't feed the girlfriend.
You gotta do that, or else they get cranky. Cranky. Well, everyone gets cranky, they're not fed.
I've just been singing Don't Feed the Cats. Like every morning when I feed the cats now.
I've heard it.
Don't feed the cats. Meow, 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 meow. Purr. Meow, 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 meow. Purr.
Add that to the show. It becomes an accomplishment. That cleanup bill is gonna be so high here. Hold on a second. Nothing. No lucky would have given the opportunity. Would you voice a character in a video game, let's say Final Fantasy? Of course you would.
No, he's asking if you would. He's saying he knows I would say yes.
Oh yeah,
Would
of course.
you?
Yeah, I would do that. Why not? I'd need to be an unimportant NPC though. Is someone
No.
Is someone saying something really weird?
Yeah, I disagree with Dot on this. I think that your voice would be fantastic for like voice acting opportunities. You would play one type of character. You would get pigeonholed into like a very specific character type. But you would be able to do that so well. Like you could totally capitalize off of it. I think you could make a great voice actor.
The monster can't find me in the bathroom.
Hey, Puffy Boo. Hey, Charmsy, if you were given roles in a horror movie, what role would you like to have? Do you mean like what archetype? Like what character? I probably would just be the main girl.
Main girl.
Yeah. Or like main girl's best friend.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That could work.
I'm not really like the antagonist. I'm trying to think of like what is it, Until Dawn? Like I'm not really like the bitchy girl. I guess I could be like the nerdy virgin girl.
The nerdy virgin girl.
I could do that role too.
Everyone can do that role. I feel like that's an easy role. You just put on the right clothes and make yourself. This is what a virgin looks like.
Yeah, it depends. I've played all of those different types of roles, so I'm pretty open to them.
Oh.
V card for charms? Not for a while.
That keyboard was floating. Video games often don't always have like objects touching each other. Kind of difficult actually. The reason you don't usually see that for interactable objects are because sometimes they just go flying. Let's see.
You might, but you ask. I'm pretty sure you were able to figure that out, Chat.
I like this one.
Salad is.
Salad, good.
Mm-hmm. It has some crunchy jalapenos in it, some arugula, some cut up tomatoes, and some cut up cucumber. And a little bit of lemon juice and pepper.
Spicy. Turning a little bit into fear now, with a big ball containing a dead guy.
I was just thinking that.
Assembled the feed chambers, the assembler. The feed chambers are precursor molecules. Vague memories of nanotechnology articles I read online. Probably drunk, probably distracted, not nearly enough to know how to destroy it. But Billy is the center of it. Find him, kill him in this.
The sphere of fear.
You know, spheres are scientific, but also terrifying. Really should play Fear 2 soon.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like watching it.
Turn off the valve for the life support fluid reservoir. There he is. There's Billy.
Oh Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Looking like a Warhammer 40k character.
I can do that.
That pose. I've seen you do that before.
Look.
She's doing the pose, chat. I just confirmed she did the pose.
It's doing it.
She's doing it.
It's actually Comfortable. It's a good way to stretch your back and your quads,
Yeah.
your front quads. Oh, which I guess I needed to do from all the dancing. And stretch out. Because I'm really stiff.
Psycho hamster ball.
Psycho hamster. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Hamster. Hamster.
This way. I think we started.
Run.
Life support fluid reservoir.
Hamster.
It's a new song you got going.
In a ball. Raw.
So what's the machine supposed to do? I couldn't tell you. It's like a bunch of scientific nonsense. It's like the morphogenic engine. It like supposed to involve nanotechnology and like mind control, I think. They never really are very clear with what they're actually aiming for, I don't believe.
Smashing pumpkin? Nope. Talking heads.
Do not turn the valve.
It controls your mind and makes your peanuts bigger.
It does apparently like you'll act the same as like hormone therapy and make everyone like jacked.
What is this?
The psychic or like the mental experiments they do on people for this thing. It's just evil corporation doing evil corporation things.
Who knew they were the bad guys all along?
You know, they're only made of like ex-Nazis.
Who knew they were the bad guys all along?
Grab the folder. He's slapping that so angrily.
Have it.
To avoid patient injury, the morphogenic engine life pod requires a daily inspection of all vital systems. The enriched oxygen fluorocarbon from the life support fluid reservoir must be continually flushed and replaced through the course of the patient's treatment. Note the OP also supplies anesthetics. Any interruption in supply will cause sufficient pain to the patient and potentially disrupt the experiment.
Blah, blah, blah.
Electric supply is supplemented and shared by a sub-lab generator. Proper fueling and maintenance of the sub-lab generator should be confirmed hourly. In the case of catastrophic loss of vital system component 2, life pod failsafe engine will engage, maintaining localized minimum life support functions until technicians can arrive. Disabling failsafe will result in immediate patient termination. Billy here, the guy with 3 tubes down his throat, is being forced to manifest his mind into a physical being. A ghostly apparition. Yeah, he's like turned into a nanomachine ghost, but I don't really know what their end goal for all this was.
Machine set?
I mean, you can do a lot more with nanomachines and create like a ghost cloud. They could be making like Star Trek replicators.
They knew what's good for them.
Yeah. There's real money to be made here, and they're like, we gotta do evil Nazi shit.
They're Nazi practical. Joke sounded better in my head.
It's worked. He got the
No,
point.
it didn't. You don't have to enable me like that.
No, I got the point
No,
across.
be my real love and tell me the truth.
It worked. I thought it was funny.
No, it's okay.
Look, it's a stream. You're meant to tell a lot, like 90% bad jokes and 10% good jokes.
I was gonna say I'm supposed to tell a bunch of like bad ones, right?
Yeah, there's no way you can do a multi-hour stream without having...
Enabling me.
I'm serious. That is actually how the metric works. You got to tell 10% good jokes, you got to tell 90% terrible jokes.
What if I want to be an evil Peter kid that uses my power for bad?
Well,
I heard you say earlier
But,
that would scare you.
well, hey, that's Doom. You know what? His ghost has a lot of like musculature.
I
I'll
was
give
gonna say his ghost was jacked for a second. before
Jack
it turned.
fucking Ghost. This whole game is based on Johnson & Johnson. I mean, this is pretty much what the process for getting drugs approved. It's kind of like
Uh-huh.
many people had to die for you guys to be able to get Ozempic.
Yeah, you know in Star Wars where she said like many people died to bring you
Yeah.
Ozempic, that she was actually talking about Ozempic. It didn't have anything to do with Death Star. That Emmy winning speech in Andor.
Yeah.
Season 2. That was just about Ozempic as well.
Exactly. It's all Ozempic. They weren't trying to make the Death Star. They're just trying to make it was get the Ozempic supply.
Ozempic is pricey as fuck. Actual.
There's like multiple different versions of like Ozempic like stuff, there wasn't there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he grabbed this.
They're trying to censor the word Epstein. Thanks, George.
Epstein and Diddy teamed up. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They're trying to censor that message.
Here we go.
I finally get to have my yogurt.
Yogurt time. All right, I'm gonna kill this ghost.
I'm afraid no ghost.
Laugh it down. Gotta get this for the gram. Call the hospital. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There's something ruptured in your 2 kidneys.
Something round,
Oh, it went into me.
floating in the room.
I'm the nano machine ghost now. You finished Game of Thrones? How was it?
We should watch that.
Heard it gets pretty bad though.
It gets pretty bad. It starts pretty decent. In the middle, it's really good.
Prince Andrew gave up his title, but he still gets money. Well, that's a royal for you. You're angry? That's what I heard most people's response was. Do you have any notes? Billy's hope. From Billy's patient reports, he ought to be 23 years old. He looks like at least 50 years of rough road, pain scratched deep into what I can see. Killing you would be an act of kindness.
Nazis saying Nazi things. You're gonna talk about socialism next, or communism. Who doesn't like it?
What a crock of shit. You go through all this to run away from the enemy nonsense just to get shot down. Well, the real enemy was humans all along and Nazis.
That's a Celtic knot. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
you're right. That is a Celtic knot.
That's not very Nazi of them.
Well, they did adopt a lot of things like that because they're like,
Yeah, they just steal symbols like,
we'll
this is ours now.
this is a Nazi thing now. Nazis are the bad. The guy running this organization is a former Nazi that was brought over to, just like how like both the Soviets and America took a lot of Nazi researchers to keep each other from getting their hands on it. This guy was like in the story was one of those researchers.
Ooh, Celestial, thank you. I'm gonna check that out. I've been into the Shadow Temple lore, actually. And that'll be really good conversation for when I get there in Ocarina of Time. We're gonna be at the Fire Temples.
Hmm. I mean, even their helmets look kind of Nazi-ish when you think about it. This game was also made by Germans, so keep that in mind.
You got this at the Goodwill. Oh wait, why do I make them Russian? Sorry.
becomes a host.
This is good, yeah. Yeah, we got them at the Goodwill. There we go. That's totally good.
There's a civil war among comedians. I know there's a lot being like, a lot of comedians getting
Oh yeah, Bill Burr's not cool anymore.
getting criticized for going to Saudi Arabia show.
Uber.
There's also a lot of comedians speaking out against what's his name of the podcast, Joe Rogan as well in the Texas scene. Well, there you go. Feel like they ran out of money here. I don't know. I think the ending was fine based on the rest of the game.
Yeah, that just suddenly ended?
All that in the game is over in 30 seconds. I mean, you know what? Sometimes you gotta end quickly rather than drawing it out.
Oh, it's a comedy video. Okay, I'm definitely gonna check that
What
out.
was this? So what was it about this game that was so popular that it had to be replicated for 5 years? It just did it really well at the time. The idea of like, okay, run and hide, and it worked really well for the setting of being like a guy with a camera using night vision inside it, kind of like an urban explorer. In a scary situation, just worked, was pretty effective. And it was simple but effective is the best way I can describe this game to you. Simple and effective. Is it deep? No. Is it great? It's alright. It just worked really well with what it did. And it also didn't overstay its welcome. It ended right when it needed to before it could get exhausting. But now the DLC. We do have to play the DLC. That's right. How long is the DLC, by the way? Because I think it'll take a full stream to get through the DLC. The Wall Rider was the nano machines we made along the way. He just wanted a friend. Think I have time for the DLC? I think, yeah, we'll see. The DLC is about 5 hours. I mean, the DLC cannot be 5 hours long because this base game is around 5 hours. About 1 to 2 hours. Yeah. We might have enough time to finish it. If not, whatever. I'll play it at some other time. Finish it up some other time, but we'll play it. We still got time for tonight. Feels like a downer for the sake of tone. I mean, based on the tone of the game, I don't think you should expect a happy ending. You have a main character who doesn't talk. You have like nothing but bad shit happening all the time to him, to everyone else around him. Let's start right away. I am. We're going to play the DLC next.
Fine.
Thank you. Don't we all just want a friend? That's what I hear the kids want these days. What they're having the most trouble with. I like that this company called itself Red Barrels too. What other like video game tropes can we like turn into team names? No Clip. I think there actually is a No Clip studio. The DLC like that isn't like that. I mean, the DLC ends on a downer as well, from what I recall of it. F for Coolio and D'Angelo. A lot of people have been popping off recently in the bad way. But yeah, we're gonna play the DLC now. Might as well, because I've actually never played the DLC. I've only seen bits of it played. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I've never gotten around to that. Come on, finish your loading. Happy being a relative term for this. I mean, if you want to talk about a downer ending, go look at the sequel. Like Outlast 2 now, that's a downer ass ending. Is it stuck? What can it possibly be loading? I think the game crashed, actually. Did you crash on me, game? Do I have to, like, hard kill you off? How dare you? You would come here, embarrass me like this? You're gonna head out. Hey, Cycling, you have a good night. Also, while I kill this game and reload it, I'm gonna like post some links in chat. Because I'm gonna be probably adding Kick to like my stream setup, so I'll be streaming on 3 websites, so you guys can go follow me there if you want. Just in case you want to. No pressure on any of that though. I know some people don't like that website. What's Kick? It's just another streaming website that I'm going to start using on top of YouTube and Twitch. Or at least I'm going to try it out and see how well it goes. So you just accidentally posted that twice. Oh well. Alright, let me like get the game uncrashed by killing it. Carefully. Come to me, control panel. Don't make me Alt F4 this thing. I'm gonna have to Alt F for it. Okay, this has crashed in a way I can't get back to my desktop. Well, it went that long without crashing, so that's pretty nice. You have a Kick account. Let me know when you start streaming. I might actually make my first stream there tomorrow when I start streaming Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So I'll be streaming all three when I do it. It won't be just one. But I was gifted a partnered stream account there, and I'm going to test out that feature where they pay you per hour based on like the number of viewers you have. So I'm just going to see how well it goes. But if the community ends up being toxic over there, I wouldn't continue it. I want to keep my community not toxic, so I would have to maintain that. Using the spinny wheel and his ASMR voice to hypnotize you into watching. I am the machine the Murkoff was making. Is that your actual face? Yes, that is an actual image of me used on it. Just checked out your Kick channel. You have 4 followers already and profile names. You look like a serial killer. Thank you. I've been told that before, actually. All right, let me see if I can get this going somehow. God damn it. Maybe I can kill it off this way. Outlasted the crazies, but not the old-ass game in Windows 11. Your antivirus software won't allow you to open Kick. That is, I can promise you that it is not a virus-laden website. It is just a streaming site. It's a Twitch clone, basically. But if you don't want to go on it, don't go on it. I'm not insisting anyone do that. It's up to you. I would not I would never visit a, virus website anyways. Looks like that teenage friend your parents don't like. I am that teenage friend your parents don't like, but I'm not a teenager, but I once was. And I actually was not liked by a lot of my friends' friends because I was from a poor family and they thought I would steal from them. Never did though. Wasn't a thief. Mama taught me better. Why won't you let me kill this fucking game? Like, I can't even Alt F4 it. It's resisting the Alt F4. Did I hear about TwitchCon? I heard about the lady being assaulted at TwitchCon, yeah. Twitch has got its own problems, so who knows how long that's going to last, so they keep fucking things up. So I gotta, cover all my bases, stream wherever I can, get the axe. I might have to. This might require a computer reset. You guys just want to chat for a bit instead of, playing more games? Because I'm probably gonna need to reset my computer, which means ending the stream. Task manager, that's the thing. I can't. This game is covering up my main monitor. I can't get the task manager because I recently updated to Windows 11 and it's launching task manager on my main monitor, so the game is covering it up. I always have my task manager set to load on my external monitor for that very reason, for when this happens. But because of the Windows 11 shit, it's switched it around. And I can't access Alt F4 ain't working, and I can't access task manager. Let me see. What a pain in the ass. Twitch definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, Twitch has got its own share of problems. That's one of the reasons I'm like, you know what? Twitch is pretty fucked up these days. You can't get discovery on it for shit. One of the reasons I also started streaming on YouTube, just to, because Twitch is just feeling kind of dead recently. Darts PC, I'm afraid I can't do that. I mean, yeah, it's like, you want me to end this fucking game? You want to play the DLC? You turn your computer off first. How was Chronos the New Dawn? I wanted to like it more than I ended up it got really tiresome. I don't think I'm going to finish it, to be honest. I got really bored with it because it just wasn't doing anything with itself. It feels like it should have ended hours ago, but it just keeps going. It's longer than, every single Euro jank game, it's always longer than it needs to be. And more ambitious than it had money for. Hold the line, Dart. No, yeah, I have a very trustworthy fan base that it always shows up, so I got no worries there. Chat and stream, yeah, I'd have to turn my computer off to fix this issue, so I'd rather just chat for a bit instead of playing anything else. We don't have riffraff. You can keep Kick as a place you could keep the riffraff away. Well, as the thing, if I'm going to stream on Kick as well as everything else, I'm not gonna allow the community there to be toxic. I just would not. I don't put up with that shit. So it can be a little bit more of a spicier chat, but it will not be like anything other than it will still be in line with how my chats are run. I wouldn't, because otherwise I wouldn't bother because it'd be too much of a headache. I'm mainly trying it out just to like test the waters and see how it goes, since I already have a partnered account there. So I'll give it a shot and see. But if it ends up trying to like turn my community toxic, no, wouldn't risk it. How about tweeting your PC out the window? I kind of need it for work. Man, I don't want to buy another one right now. Blood for the Moo God. I mean, if you want to make that sacrifice, I'm willing to accept it. I don't think it's going to fix this. This requires, more technical issues. But yeah, if you basically Kick is there for people who like, if they really want to financially help me out, they can just open a tab and keep Kick open, because I'll actually get paid per hour for how many people are watching and stuff like that. It's kind of like a neat feature I wish Twitch and YouTube had. That'd be awesome if Twitch and YouTube had those. So I'm basically going to test that out and see how well it works, or if it works at all. Might as well load up Outlast Trials while I watch. You know what? The mood is set for it. I'll send you $2,000. How good of a computer can you get? For $2,000, you can build a pretty decent computer, but I can afford a new computer. My computer is still good. So I don't need a new computer, thankfully. So you keep that $2,000, brother. You buy yourself a new computer if you need one. But no. This is just an old ass game running on Windows 11, so I'm surprised that this is the first time it's crashed right when I finished. That's a miracle, actually. Monkey Call Curls, the people who watch your stream off a Kick are all incels. Well, I'm assuming a lot of people who probably watch my stream right now anyways are incels. They're just like nice incels. I've had a positive influence on them. Maybe they're actually like talking to ladies now. You've been having PC issues actually, I fixed the PC issue I was having where my mouse and keyboard would freeze up. So that one's solved. That was the only issue I was actually having. You have a 2015 MacBook Pro. Is that still good? I mean, is it good for you? Is it still doing what you want it to do? If so, then yeah. Hey, I always say use what you got as long as you can. Don't be one of these people updates every 2 years. Positive incels. Incel has gotten a bad term because the ones you usually meet online are the very toxic ones who are very bitter. There are definitely people who just are not having sex, but are also perfectly nice people. That's actually not that uncommon. They're just people who don't let it affect them negatively and turn them bitter. The mystery man has a face. Well, my face has never been a mystery. I've shown it off multiple times. But I'm also considering using a camera too. I've been looking at cameras online for newer model webcams. So you guys might start getting my face more often, actually. I'm considering it. Incel Dartigan, I'm 6'4", 335, and lift a car and once engaged. What do you mean? And I didn't call you an incel. In fact, you sound terrifying now. It's like, don't let me get in your way. How much for PCs these days? Honestly, if you just want to play PC gaming, I'd recommend a Steam Deck. It's like $600 for the highest end model, and that's going to cover all your bases. You'll be playing pretty much every game out there at mid quality, sometimes even high quality, especially if you're playing indie games. So no reason to have an entire desk setup like I have, unless you got room for it. Cat cam, I could possibly show you the kitties. Go to your stream page and hit stop or close. I can't even get to Steam page. I can't. You gotta realize that my main monitor is where those would pop up, and it's currently covered with the same screen you're seeing, and it won't go away. So I can't Alt F4 it to go away, and I can't bring up Task Manager to kill the game that way. So both of my effective options of just turning the game off are kaput right now. So that's why we're just doing a just chatting stream now. Decent ones are 1 to 2K if you want up-to-date one, but yeah, Dartigan, try Windows key, Control D to open a new window. If it doesn't do it, Windows Control right arrow. Let me give that a shot. Windows key, Control D. Now, Windows doesn't bring anything up, so that didn't work. So the other one is Windows Control right arrow. Nothing. Nope. This is whatever this thing is doing is nope, you're not getting out of this bitch. Doesn't want to do it, I'm afraid. It's all right. Like I said, we're just chatting for a bit anyways. You being logged down. Sometimes when a game crashes, it really crashes, Don't some PC games only run on Windows? Most PC games, except for a handful, run pretty much on Windows. Some of them will also run on Linux these days. There's Linux compatibility and Mac compatibility. But if you really want to be serious about playing PC games, you do need a Windows PC. That was my suggestion, but he said, not you. Wait, was it? Give me cat cam. I mean, here's the thing. Cat cam lasts about 10 seconds where the cat runs off screen. So it'll be like a very temporary cat on the screen rather than like a dedicated cam. I'm not going to be like some streamers who use a shot collar to keep their animals on screen at all times. That ain't going to be me, I'm afraid. I ain't going to use them as a prop. Billy has deleted my save. He's still in my Bitcoin as I speak. Get into my accounts. He needs it. He needs money like all gods. You have a cat, you are a... I have 2 cats. Use your cat as a prop. No, animals are not props. Shot collar, you never knew that? Yeah, there's a bit of an incident that's been happening in the streaming world recently about a guy who got caught possibly using a shot collar on his dog to keep it on stream at all times. Cat cam, but put a GoPro on one of them. Since both of our cats are house cats, I worry they would just dox us somehow. They get up on the window and give you like a view of the outside area, so you're like, I know where he lives now. Find him. Come on. He'll pay for making fun of my game. My friends own cats. I would imagine it's normally not that difficult to have a cat make surprise stream appearances. Like Luna literally was up on my desk when my fiance Lucky was in here a few minutes ago. She actually did a little headbutt on the mic. So yeah, she likes to Luna definitely likes to get up on the desk. So does Dex. Dixie, you have a good night too. When do you think companies will learn not to put all their digital eggs in one basket like today? Never. They have to. I mean, right now they're all putting all their eggs and all the eggs they don't even own into AI. There's a good chance that's going to be a bubble that pops. You have a Turkish Kangal named Brute. He's a Turkish Kangal. I'm not even familiar with that breed. Let's see. I'm not leaving yet. Oh, people were saying goodbye to you, so I figured you were leaving. Dinner at Dart and Charmsy's. Well, today we had actually yesterday we had tacos and elote. Today, Charmsy got herself some spring sweet potato egg rolls, or sushi rolls, whatever they are. And I had cereal. I just kept it simple for myself. Wasn't that hungry today. But we usually eat pretty good here. What's the best way to not get screwed when the AI bubble pops? Do you have one of those off-grid homesteads where you produce all your own water from a well and have solar panels? Other than that, it's gonna be like 2008 all over again, possibly worse. If the best, hopefully it doesn't pop, because it'll be bad if it does. Because it's really the only thing, the AI investment I read is the only thing keeping us out of a recession right now. So if it pops, it's probably very, very bad recession, if not worse. And I don't think there's going to be any keeping yourself out of it unless you're completely not involved in economic engine at all, which I don't know how you would be here right now if you weren't. He's a Mastiff at full size, so he'll be nearly 4 feet at the shoulders and weigh 165 to 180 pounds. I bet he's a very sweet boy too. Bigger the dog, often the sweeter. If they're trained well. How did we become so reliant on AI and the fucking everything in the last 2 years? Because the promise of AI is basically taking over everything in our space. Just like we became reliant on machines after the industrial age, because it was way better than animal muscle. All the stuff used to be done by human and animal muscle. And it turned out machines like steam engines and later on gas and electric engines were way better at that. So the idea is the same principle there, that if you have if you can download and use 1,000 genius level computers on a problem rather than hiring the same amount of humans, it's way better to just do that. Or at least way more efficient, because you can have them working 24/7 without vacations because they're just machines. Or if they're intelligent in that way. So it's basically them betting everything on AI taking over everything essentially. And then wanting to be the Osmandius kings of everything, if they bet right. Because people are lazy. Nah, I don't think people are lazy these days. In fact, people work harder than ever. Damn fossil fuels. I never wanted this. I never wanted to serve my creators. Well, that's the idea, that we don't know if AI would be controllable if it actually gets to the point where it's actually intelligent. And some people worry that, you know what, it might just decide it doesn't need us. Would catch the ball mid-toss. Well, you know, if I had a different location where I lived, I'd have a dog too. But my current location, not so well, set up for one. Natural protectors, their family, they'll die to protect, especially children. Healers say a prayer. We have the strongest bite of any dog at over 570 psi. Me myself, I've always been partial to I think they're what are they called? Portuguese water dogs. They're really nice. Lower class works harder than ever. Dartigan upper class wants slaves that don't need bathroom breaks. Well, yeah, they would like to get rid of that in some way or shape or form. Well, there are a lot of bad workers. Productivity is higher than it's ever been. The problem is pay. Yeah, the problem has always been, people don't get paid enough for that extra productivity. That's why everyone's upset and bitter right now, because they do more work than ever and they get more done, but they don't see the returns of that. How Elon Musk keeps messing with Grok, I won't be surprised if that starts the AI price. If something tells me he won't be the one making AI, it's probably going to be OpenAI or China. One of those two. He's just doing weird shit and making AI waifus and for people to download and use, or whatever he was doing with Grok a month ago. He's just throwing everything at the wall because he's behind. He's made a meme AI is what he's done. Also, the scary thing is that robotics are getting more advanced too. There's every day, here's a new robot model that can do kung fu. Why are we training our new robots to do kung fu? Train them how to bake or some shit for knit. Don't teach them martial arts. Or parkour or something. They're going to be uncatchable. They'll outrun us and jump over everything. Work 80 hours a week once I'm back online. Thankfully, my OT is mostly at hospitals and courthouses. In my honest opinion, China, while Grok is a meme and OpenAI has some ethics, China is completely unrestricted. I'm in the AI circles, and it's mostly Chinese users making all the tools. There's a very strong chance. For what I do know of China, though, they are somewhat restrained and held back and kept behind Western AI companies by basically the chip supply. NVIDIA is if you do AI, you need NVIDIA's best chips to keep up. And they can never really get their hands on, because of import controls, can't get their hands on the most advanced ones. Or they can get their hands on a few by going through back channels and stuff, but they can't just have the massive amount of new GPUs that Western companies can build. Which is why they're trying to now use their control over rare earth elements to I guess probably cut a better deal for themselves. At least this is what I've been reading. Chips are the hardware. The software, they're probably around the same level, yeah. On the software side, the Chinese guess. Hardware side, they're restricted. So that is an actual AI, so don't call it that. I mean, we got to call it something. It's easier to just say AI than, because obviously it's not fully intelligent yet. It's just basically a word generator, but a really good one. How you doing, Monty? What have you been up to? We finished the game, but then the game crashed and we're just turning into a just chatting stream for a bit. The only AI you support is Neurosama, the streamer, you mean? There's that one time Costco tried to experiment with a robot to replace line workers, and after 15 minutes, the machine rolled over to a water fountain and short-circuited itself. Oh. You know what? And that was at Costco, which ain't that bad of a place to work. Sorry, Dart, the legislation recently banned work breaks, so you have to keep streaming forever. Well, there are worse things to be told to do. I get played video games forever. I mean, hey, I'll take that. As long as I'm being paid. Who wants to, I hear it Lucky in my living room saying, I want to stream, or who wants to stream, sing-song voicing. Who wants to stream forever? Fuck this shit, I'm out. All good, bro. Streamathon? I've never done a streamathon. Or a subathon, whatever they call them. I always felt they're a little bit exploitative, so I never wanted to do them. But they can be pretty fun sometimes if you set them up right. You gotta head out. Jim, you have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see. I gotta check a setting real quick. There we go. Lucky told me she almost had my song request finished since we have downtime. She can do it now if she's ready. Well, she just got back from her rehearsal where she's like singing a lot for several hours on end. So she's probably not exactly in a good, position to sing like a heavy metal death song. But hopefully soonish we can get that out to you. But we have not forgotten, just so you know. She just said probably on a Friday night since she doesn't have rehearsals on those nights, so she doesn't wear her voice out. Because she has to be careful because she's going to be on stage soon for that. Dart, if you wanted to do Outlast trials some point, they're releasing PvP mode tomorrow. So if you wanted, wait, how do you do player versus player? There's no combat in that game, is there? I thought it was all like running and hiding from stuff. Just in case anyone new showed up, there's my link again if you want to go follow me there. Trying to get up a good number of followers before I ever start streaming there as well. Like Among Us, basically. Oh, so okay. What if you? What are my thoughts on Rumble, an alternative to YouTube? I've heard about Rumble before, but from what to be perfectly honest with you, whenever I went to Rumble, it was mainly just like conspiracy theorists. It seemed like. I'm sure there's probably some good content on there, but it didn't really interest me. And I think 3 is like a top amount of places I can stream at before I'd be overwhelmed. I don't see myself adding Rumble. Like I'm not even sure what kind of community they have built up over there. But it's probably, if it's all like mainly conspiracy theorists, like making videos and like it's a lot of politics. There we go. It's a lot of politics on Rumble. I feel like it's gonna make the chat pretty hostile over there, and I'd rather avoid that. Like I'm already gonna be taking a little bit of like a risk with Kick, just testing that out to see. So yeah, we'll see. Don't want to be making political content. Kick is with Dart or drop kick Dart. Well, you can do both. I am one of the few followers you now have on Kick. Well, thank you. Like I said, I'm basically just gonna be experimenting with it because they do pay for by hour over there. So, because I'm a partner now, before I even streamed over there, so I'll run a stream and see how much I make from it. Basically, like, do I actually make money off this, or are they bullshitting? So I'll probably ask everyone to open a tab up tomorrow or something just to test it out. Gladly watch you on Kick. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Because if it ends up being like they actually do pay by hour, that would financially help out quite a bit. Especially in these days. I remind you of Edward Snowden, huh? I mean, you are not the first person to say I remind them of Edward Snowden. It's the glasses, isn't it? I need to get like LASIK surgery, so I don't need them anymore. Can we have unhinged comments on Kick? I mean, I allow unhinged comments here on YouTube and Twitch already. So yes, you can. We'll still have all the same conversations. So, but you can't go just like saying in words over there. They don't allow it there, and I wouldn't allow it either. Like I'm pretty sure that's filtered out. But you can still call me whatever white slurs you want. That's perfectly fine. Call me a gringo right now if you want. In fact, everyone in chat, call me a gringo. No, I don't want to get one banned. I don't know who's watching. But you're free to do it whenever you like. He's a dirty gringo. Or whatever thing out there. Well, weirdly, Cracker is the one that on Twitch can get you in trouble. Unless you say saltine verse. Saltine crackers are delicious. We will be sloshing amongst 3 different websites. That's true slosh right there. Is the game supposed to be taking so long to load? No, we finished the game, but it crashed when I was trying to load up the DLC. And I can't get back to my desktop without restarting my computer. So I decided instead of ending the stream and restarting it, I would just like chat with people for a while instead. Because I didn't feel like ending the stream just to like start it back up again. Just to fix the games issue. I mean, I wouldn't be able to finish the DLC tonight anyways, so it works out in my favor a little bit. So I can save the DLC for another stream. Because tomorrow I'll be playing something different. Do I know the origins of the term jaywalking? I'm assuming somewhere in New York, but I know it's a made-up crime that didn't used to exist, and it was created by car companies. They wanted to put pressure on making sure like everything became car dependent. So they came up with a fake crime of jaywalking. Up to a whole 8 followers, huh? Hey, it doesn't take many. It doesn't take many. There's a dearth of like quality streamers on that website, so as long as you have, and a lot of people that are there are bought it anyways. So if you have like 8 or 9 or 10, even like 10 or so real viewers over there, you're already like beating out almost everyone. Vanilla Gorilla. I always like the Guilo that I learned in Deus Ex, Ghostface. That's pretty damn metal. LA, actually? Okay, that makes sense. J was basically a slur against rural people. Oh, so that's all. Oh, can I use that then? Can I say J? Can that be my word? You don't say the J. You got the J pass. All right, there you go. I'm giving it to you because you taught me this fact. I've never heard that before. I thought it was always hillbilly or redneck. Forgot to ask you, did you look at that picture I sent you? Was it tonight? Because I haven't looked at anything today. Vanilla Gorilla is hilarious. That's because it rhymes and it's easy. If it rhymes, you make it. There you go. Easy racism. Fun racism, even. Are you streaming Vampire the Masquerade tomorrow? Yes, I'll be streaming that tomorrow. We'll be checking that out. But I also got like a Ninja Gaiden game to play, and I'm also got the Dying Light, the Beast to play. And I assume the DLC for this game. So plenty of stuff. Being a full-time YouTuber and streamer, how many hours a week do you usually put in? Well, now that I'm back to like making a video every 2 to 3 weeks, I'd say I'm putting in your regular like 30 to 40 hours. If you include streaming in that, which some people probably wouldn't because I'm playing a video game, but I do because I am doing a job and entertaining. I'd say I put in, I usually stream for about 4 hours a day, and you have another 4 to 5 hours a day. I'm usually like writing or editing a video together. So you're looking at an average 9-hour day or something like that for my normal work day, if I do both on the same. You put it in fan art. Oh, okay. And I usually sometimes work 5 to 6 days a week without a day off. I think content creators work more than 9 to 5. Some of them do. There's some of them that just because they set their own hours, they work 7 days a week and do an 8 to 9 hour shift. You have enough English. You have in light to get more than a sick pump at the gym. Well, I have a home gym, so I try to use that. I need to get back into it. I'm gonna go running tomorrow, actually. I haven't been running in a while. All chocolates matter. Chocolate is delicious. No, actually, all chocolate doesn't matter. Milk chocolate is superior to dark chocolate. Just doesn't taste as good. Sorry, I've tried dark chocolate many times. It's just too bitter. We're going to pump you up. There goes the ancient meme, and I appreciate it. Someone broke their neck at my local gym. Did they drop a weight on it? Some people do 24 to 48 hour streams. They do those usually as like a special event, like a subathon or something. Some of them go even more than that, but they still have to like sleep during it. They usually like turn off they'll either have someone else take over the stream for them while they sleep, or they'll just like actually stream themselves sleeping. Italian dark chocolate is awesome. Well, I've never had Italian dark chocolate, but I've had American dark chocolate, and it's just like a bitter, like bleh. Dark chocolate's supposed to be bitter. It's like usually pure, like the higher cocoa percentage makes it more bitter. Like, if you ever like try like 90% cocoa chocolate, it's like barely edible. Like trying to eat like raw coffee beans or something. Fell off a treadmill, I saw it and was a bit confused, but I was doing a 5K, so I felt it wasn't my problem. I'd like to get an elliptical. Like ellipticals are real nice. And around Christmas, but I'm white for I'm a whore for Lindor truffles and eggnog. I think it was mainly Hershey's. People from outside the US say our chocolate is shit. Apparently we put something in it that makes it taste like garbage. We put a lot of sugar in it. That's what we put in it. They don't like that we make it sweet. They're like, sweet chocolate? How dare you? Milk, cream, sugar, corn syrup? It's basically that. They think it's European chocolate usually isn't quite as sweet as ours. At least that's what I've always heard. Love dark chocolate, specifically for the bitterness. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I've tried it before. I bought like the most pure chocolate I could, spit it right back out. Use it as a joke on my friends. Like, would you like some chocolate, bro? And they'd eat it and like, ugh. Cruelty-free chocolate is awful. Wait, what? I didn't realize we had that chocolate was like, well, I guess it is farmed something in Africa, so maybe it is like, horrible conditions. Hey, what's up, Ian? Am I saying your name correctly? What's up with you, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the chat, or welcome back if this is your first time. You take Lindor truffles, melt them, add milk and a teaspoon of pure sugar. It's quite super addictive drink. I don't think I've ever had a Lindor truffle. I was infinite cruelty in my chocolate thing. You want the cruelty is what makes it delicious. I don't want my diamonds unless they're like dug out of the ground by the hands of a child. It's actually not sugar, it's something called butyric acid, and we keep adding to chocolate back when we mass produce them in World War II. Well, they didn't have any choice but to take our chocolate back then, did they? Most cocoa is harvested with slave labor. God damn it. All the good things in life always be slave labor. Demand the cruelty. It's what makes the suffering is what adds the flavor. Try it. Taste some imported chocolate versus Hershey's. That costs money. Maybe if I go to Europe, I'll grab one. I mean, I could go get some of that, what is that super expensive meme chocolate right now? It's from, the Middle East. From that one city with the big buildings. Saw some of that when I was in New Jersey. Dubai chocolate. Thank you. I don't recommend you get that. That's probably also slave labor. Wish Coca-Cola would do a 1-week trial of the original formula. That would be I've had the original Cokes before. I couldn't tell a difference. I'm honest with you. I've always heard people say like Mexican Coke and original Coke were like big flavor. I've tried, well, no, let me take that back. I've tried Mexican Coke, which I always heard was like the original Coke. But I couldn't tell a difference. Welcome to Dubai. No one's ever welcome to Dubai because you never get to leave. I don't understand the fascinations that people have that place. It seems terrible. Like they don't have like a sewage system or a mailing system. And it's just like all like horrible, like overpriced shit. You hear United Arab Emirates is very clean. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't heard them brag about that, but they probably do. But it's also, there's plenty of clean places out there, but sometimes, they're clean for a reason. It's because they're authoritarian run. No, you haven't. The original recipe had real Coke. Okay, you're meaning like the old timey shit. Okay. Well, hey, it ain't that difficult to get your hands on cocaine and give it a shot. Add some in. Buy yourself a glass of Mexican Coke, put some cocaine in it. You're referencing Spec Ops: The Line? Like, I barely... what a video that was. I like block that video out of my mind sometimes. Have to drive in a giant traffic jam everywhere you go. I mean, it's not a very well put together city. Like, it just seems everyone there is miserable. Like, is like an expat and or like, you know, it's like an expat city. So those are never good. It's always made up of like the worst versions of every single person from every other country. You remember I said in The Last of Us 2 that I hate Spec Ops: The Line? I dislike that game. I think it's boring schlock that gets way too much praise. But I'm willing to admit that everyone has their reasons for liking it. I just think it's very good fun. Oh no, don't worry about bringing that up, man. I'm not giving you shit about it. I'm kind of like making a joke out of my dislike of that game. I do that with plenty of things. But no, I think that game is like, some people like talk that game up way too much. Isn't there no sewage either? Yeah, that's actually a big problem they have there, because it's a city built in the middle of a savagely hot desert where there's no actual natural water supply. So they don't have a sewage system. So they have to, like, every morning truck all their sewage out and probably just dump it into the ocean. You know, real ecological, you know? Didn't you play Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game? I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The TV show. I've never once played the card game. I wouldn't even know how. Do you not like the story? I like the story, but I like the story better when it was called Apocalypse Now. Because that's essentially what it is. I think I even said that in the video. It's like you're better off just going watching Apocalypse Now. Same exact thing. And does this? It just works better as a novel than it does a video game. Because at some point, a video game has to be fun for it to be considered a good game, in my opinion. And that game never quite hit that point. People would say it was intentionally meant to be bad because war isn't fun. I never bought that excuse. But I accepted my video of it was kind of mean-spirited. That's why I've always tried to keep that in. It was a learning experience for me. Learned to keep my my dislike of something out of the tone. Wouldn't burying it be better? Pretty sure that pollutes the ground regardless, even if it doesn't get to the water table. It's gonna stink, you know? So it's best just to, like, take it to a treatment center. Take it to the treatment center. Let them deal with it. Vegans are assholes. Not quite. There's some that are holier than thou types, but you'll find that amongst every single group of people out there. It's just that vegans are really bad at marketing themselves. Only AAA studios knew that games should be fun. I mean, there's an idea. They haven't. A lot of them have forgotten that little bit. Why is canola oil evil? It's probably harvested from some rare tree that, you know, that's done by the hands of slaves. You guys remember the vegan teacher? No. Tell me about this vegan teacher. Animal cruelty is fucked up, but I like certain meats too much. Sadly, that's one of the. I really hate the idea that all the little male chicks are like put into a grinder because they can't lay eggs. It's like there's plenty of videos of them on like conveyor belts being fed into a grinder. Sorry to bring down the tone, by the way. I'm going to play Dredge, but I watched it quite a while ago and want to forget most of what I saw before going in for myself. That's actually a workable strategy. I've done that with games before. Doesn't matter what you advocate for. If your tactic is to get in people's face to antagonize them, they will hate you for it in spite. Exactly. Which is why I've always tell people to tone it down. Sometimes because the temperature gets too high. Even if you're right, you can be right and still be a horrible asshole about it. Like you can be breaking all the points and data, but you're still just an asshole and no one wants to listen to that. So you gotta learn how to sell yourself. The internet has shown me an amazing amount of people who are not very bright. Well, the more people that get on it, you're always going to be exposed to some of them. Some of them have become very rich, though. So how does that make you feel? Like all these very not bright people. Like, you know what? They had just the right amount of smarts in one particular area to make a ton of money. Like me. Some people don't like me. I think I'm pretty likable. So I haven't made a ton of money. Just like middle class, reasonable amount. But I'm not the only one who disliked Alan Wake 2. I don't get the glaze for that game. It's not a bad game. It just, you know, it was up its own ass too much. It would have been better if they'd simplified it a lot more. And dropped all the meta commentary slop. That was just too much. Sam Lake needs to get his ego under control a little bit. Like, he better not do that with the Max Payne. I know he's probably going to do it with the Max Payne remakes because it's going to be using his face. Come on, Sam. Get your shit together. Under the firm belief not everyone should have the voice, and the internet said, "Hold my beer." Well, that's kind of the plot of the overarching message of Metal Gear Solid 2. That not every voice needs to be heard or preserved. You only need the quality stuff, otherwise evolution stops. And I've seen some people make compelling arguments that Metal Gear Solid 2 is the design document we should all be reading. Alan Wake 2 looks boring. It is a very slow-paced game. I remember when I played through it, the first 2 hours, I barely did anything except walk around and talk. It takes a while for you to actually have even a single thing to shoot at. But yeah, I think they took the criticisms of the first game a little too far, which had way more combat and action in it, and went, they basically created the opposing view of it and had too little. Not what you know, it's who you blow. Depends on the industry. People's opinions don't have the same weight as actual provable facts. Well, these days we can all bring our provable facts with us and find convenient facts whenever we don't have them. Remember the game Beyond Good and Evil? People still to this day love that game. I still don't get the hype. I am one of those people who like Beyond Good and Evil. I definitely recognize it as a very flawed game. But I like the weirdness of it. It's like a dark Pixar game almost. It's like it's got that Pixar or like I guess animated movie quality to it. But in a very French video game form. It's definitely got issues, but I enjoy that game. So I don't think it's flawless, but I like it. And I'm sad that they never got a proper sequel. That weird French sci-fi-ville, but just the right amount of it, and it had a very good message. It's like it was like Les Revolution resistance kind of stuff in a pretty intelligent way at the time. It was back when Ubisoft made good games and had good music too. We finished the main game. Was going to start the DLC, but game crashed and took PC with it. Yeah, I decided I didn't want to restart my entire computer and stream to play the DLC tonight, so I decided to just turn into a just chatting stream. And it's worked out pretty well, actually. Forgot I sent you that link. It's no worries. Did you ever send Shadow of Mordor? I've never sent either of those two games. The Mordor games. I played through and recorded the second one, the sequel. Well, I played both of them, but I only recorded the second one on stream. Never got around to sending it. FLCL, you talking about my favorite anime? FLCL would be a bannable offense on stream. What are you talking about? I love that anime. Well, the first one anyways. When are you going to do a fan meetup? I mean, I don't know. I don't really go anywhere where I could do that. I don't live in LA where they do TwitchCon at, or San Diego, I guess, and apparently that's dying off and apparently a dangerous place now after this year's TwitchCon. So I wouldn't even know where to begin to start one of those at. Does anyone remember Amnesia: The Dark Descent? I mean, we were talking about that earlier today, about how this game was like the second game in that kind of like run and hide style of horror game that popularized it so much in the early 2010s. Fan meetup behind the dentist. Free dental care. Maybe one day. I probably need to be a bit bigger to get more than like 2 people to show up, or like have enough of my fans located in one place. FLCL broke my brain when I tried to watch it years ago. It's a good show. You shouldn't take it too seriously though. It's mainly there for fun. Silent Hill 0 Shattered Memories when? I don't know, but possibly next year. Like I've already done Silent Hill F this year, so I don't want to play another one right now. But it is something I definitely want to try out. Did you show Lucky Akira? I did not need to show Lucky Akira. She has a box version of it. She's had it for years. She's obsessed with it even. She literally has the entire manga in a box format. So no need to like introduce her to Akira. Yeah, it's alright. Well, hey, I guess it's mine now too, since we live together. You liked FLCL? Wish it wasn't 6 episodes. I actually disagree. I like that it's only 6 episodes. I mean, it's very concentrated and it's done when it needs to be. It doesn't get dragged out. Plus that entire thing, they didn't want to make a long anime then because they just finished up Neon Genesis Evangelion. They were exhausted. They wanted something goofy and quick. Were you streaming tonight, babe? Tomorrow? Okay. Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. You love smaller. Yeah, not every anime needs to be 12 episodes long or more. We meeting at the BK. Now that's a perfect meetup spot for a stream community at the local Burger King, because Burger King is only good as a directional reference, not as an actual restaurant. Like, hey, you know where the Burger King in town is, right? And everyone will know, but no one will have ever been inside. Or at least they shouldn't be. Cam Clark is Conant. It was great. Facts 100. You know what? We can all come together in our shared love of shitting on Burger King. Because you know what? Who's a big fan of it? No one. Has Charmsy seen Wicked City? Supernatural. Even I haven't seen it. I don't even know what Wicked City is, so I guess not. Just figured out there's no King's protest. They went after BK. They went after the BK. That's what the protests were for. I mean, I would have joined them for sure. Like, protesting Burger King, I'd be down. Get that shit off the streets. You wouldn't need it. Haven't had Burger King in more than 10. I got you beat. I don't think I've been in a Burger King since I was like in elementary school. I think we went on a field trip and we had to go there for like food. Wicked City is sort of like Ninja Scroll, but urban. Is it like from the 80s or 90s? You fucking love Burger King? That can't be true. I refuse to believe it. I'll have no Burger King advocacy here. McDonald's in Europe was so damn good once I returned to the States. I haven't had it since. I refuse to. I've always heard that McDonald's outside of America is actually pretty damn decent. Like, people actually get dressed up to go to it. Like, put on your fine clothes. We go into McDonald's. Having fine American cuisine. You only have Burger King near me. The Wendy's is like near your job, an hour or half away. Well, I would say you make the sacrifice, go to the Wendy's and get a spicy chicken. Still better than the Burger King option. Comedy would be good. But Japanese McDonald's are apparently especially good. I have a Mickey D, Wendy's, BK, Taco Bell, and Chick-fil-A. Right next to me, I've got a Wendy's and a KFC. And a pizza place. So I got a few options. Wicked City came out in 1987. It was when the human world and the demon world coexist. Sounds a little bit like Chainsaw Man then. McDonald's, but hold on a second. Stretching time. And leaning forward. I had my gamer lean on and I didn't realize it, so my back was starting to hurt. Got to disengage the gamer lean. Lived in Japan. The McDonald's is no different to US in terms of flavor. I've always heard that it's like way better. Like in terms of like stuff you get there. I guess the internet has told me wrong once again, goddammit. Finally I could trust them on something. That the Japanese McDonald's was good. I saw the commercials, goddammit, with the anime with the redheaded girl and the little family. They were cute. That had to mean something. Isn't it KFC? KFC is big in Japan for like Christmas dinner, from what I know of it. I don't know if they're actually better in terms of flavor. So much for the DLC. Well, I didn't really want to restart the entire stream to get this crash screen off to play it, so I turned it into a just chatting stream. You have no idea why people hated those ads. It was stupid. It was one of those things that it was people just getting really annoyed over nothing. I don't know if that many people actually got upset over it or people pretended like a lot of people got upset over it so they could make that into a story. But yeah, I'm sure there was enough to like make it into something worth talking about. But it was stupid. Read my Burger King order. Sir, this is a Wendy's. You get a spicy chicken sandwich, you fucking like it. All fresh, off broiler, Bacon King large 4 super patties. Extra bacon, extra cheese, extra mayo and ketchup, fresh onion rings, 6-piece nuggets, large Dr. Pepper, and a Hershey bar. You know, number 6 large, number 5s, 2 number 5s, and one with extra dip. We doing that only with Burger King. Help me out here. Try to describe FLCL best you can. A bunch of depressed animators got to take a break and make something they actually enjoyed making. And they made something basically Neon Genesis Evangelion, but fun and, you know, interesting to watch. And not depressing. Does that get it across to you? Also, how about this? It's a story about giant robots, but also how men are controlled by women. Or at least led around by them. It's about adolescence and trying to grow up too fast. And giant robots. Or trying to be an adult, I guess, when you're not really an adult. There's a lot of hidden themes there, alright? But add a little drugs in all of it and you get the proper experience. Has anyone ever been to Whataburger? That's the California one, right? Or is that the... No, wait, that's something else. Never mind. I only just recently went to a Wawa's, so... I'm still experiencing life. You have any really good mom and pop shops around you? Somers Pizza and so yeah, actually the area I live in has a surprisingly amount of good like home restaurants and also establishments. There's like a really good coffee shop nearby. There's like several you know, in the college town I live next to, but a lot of really good restaurants that me and Lucky go to pretty often that aren't chain restaurants. I wouldn't call them mom and pop, though. They're just like, someone created a business. Do you like Waffle House? I've never been to a Waffle House. I'm never in the mood for, like, breakfast food at a restaurant. I would say, like, hey, it's the morning, let's go get breakfast food. Unless I'm, like, traveling somewhere and it's the only option. Only eat BBQ chicken strip sandwiches from Whataburger. Elf Princess Reign is short. Excel Saga is good. Sorcerer Hunters is cute. Getting a lot of the 80s and 90s anime recommendations. They're taking the hobbits to Waffle House. I mean, that's definitely someone's made that into a video. Pronounced Summers, just spelled Summers. You love BK food for dinner. What slander. BK fans in my chat. How dare you. What's your ideal breakfast that hits the spot? I'm not really into breakfast, so I usually, if I'm going to have anything in the morning, it's like, here's some cereal. So I've never really had an ideal breakfast meal food. Because I'm not really that hungry in the morning in general. Honestly, if I have my pick, it's probably going to be like a protein shake or something. You're not into breakfast, but you eat cereal. Sometimes I'll eat cereal during the day, not during breakfast. Sometimes, like today, I had cereal for supper because I just wasn't that hungry. Most places can't make breakfast food unique. Even IHOP doesn't have as much variation as you would think. Denny's have good pancakes. Well, they gotta have something to get people in the door, besides just the drug dealers. Favorite romance anime? Oh My Goddess and Fushigi Yugi, huh? The 3 chocolate pancakes. Have a breakfast sandwich named after. Well, chat. I think this just chatting section might be coming to an end. Getting pretty 11:30, so we've gone over the actual 3-hour limit, which is usually a full stream for me. I got you yawning? Well, hey, you're just in time. I think I'm going to end it now, actually, because we're pretty good. And I got, you know what, I need to do some more work on the script tonight anyways. But, yeah, we're going to call it there. Chat, you've all been wonderful tonight. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to go, if you get a moment, to go follow me over on Kick, if you have an account over there. If not, no worries. Won't ask you to, like, be brave tonight. Anyways, but you can go check out my Patreon if you haven't. That's something you can go do. That's safe.
Mine now, chat.
I'm hers.
Mine now.
But thank you guys for joining me. Sorry no DLC tonight. I'll get to that another night, because tomorrow I'm playing Vampire Bloodlines 2. So be sure to check in for that. Thank you for any super chats tonight, or subs, gift subs, bits, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you for also just spending your time with me. Had a great night. It was a good stream, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace, everyone.
Haha, mine. Yes, sir.